We ask that you continue standing as we honor America and all the brave men and women who served our country with the singing of the national anthem. Performing tonight's anthem is Nashville recording artist Kate Weston. Presenting the colors this evening is the Fleming Island High School NJROTC.
What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It is time for Game 4 of the South Division semifinal for the Kelly Cup playoffs. The Jacksonville Icemen hosting the Florida Everblades tonight. Florida leads this best-of-7 series 2-1, but a 4-3 win for Jacksonville last night has them on the board and has momentum on their side again. Good evening, everyone. Arlie Johnson with you, joined by it's now a tandem. Alex Reed with us. Reeder, good to have you on board for a home game finally.
Absolutely.
And, man, we are ready to go for what is sure to be a phenomenal game with a great crowd already on hand, and what an opportunity for the Icemen to hold serve at home and draw even in this series.
You know, that's one of the beauties of the 2-3-2 formats that you see here in the ECHL. If you can go on the road and get a split, then you can come home and try to win it on home ice. Well, that didn't happen. Florida was able to protect the home ice, but now it's time for the Icemen to protect their home ice, take advantage of the 3 games, and see what can happen there in Florida. Hopefully what we hope is next week. So it's great. The momentum and the building around the feeling around the community and the excitement in the building last night, and we've got just as big a crowd. It looks like, if not bigger, people still filing in. Playoff hockey's here, and people are really excited.
And backstopping the Icemen tonight is going to be Mikhail Baird, and we talked about it before the game. Interesting strategy from both coaches, because it's 3 games and 3 nights this weekend. Whether you go with the same goaltenders in this middle game, both coaches are. Mikhail Baird for Jacksonville, Jeremy Helvig for Florida. Puck is down. We are underway. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Game 4 of this best-of-7 series. The Icemen trailing the series 2-1. As the puck is already out of play, we've got a stoppage just 12 seconds in. Jacksonville winning last night's contest 4-3 here on home ice. Maxime Fortier with 2 goals, just 14 seconds apart, with just over 7 minutes left in that game, proved to be the difference for the Icemen, and hopefully a little bit of momentum built off of it as well.
Yeah, when you look at that key point there in the game, I mean, Jacksonville was outshot 15-3 in that third period, but they scored on the 2 goals, 48 coming up big. So this is an area where they need to try to get some more shots. I believe twice they've been held to 19 shots. The most shots they had, I believe, was in game 1 with 23. So Florida's done a good job limiting the chances, so it's up to the Icemen to make the best of those opportunities.
Good forecheck from the Icemen, keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Woods with a wrister from the blue line. It's well wide, comes off the end boards for Winicky. He cannot get it by Cedar home the first attempt, but he does get it ahead on the second crack at it. John McCarron will flip in to the right of Bairden. Auger and Fowley collide into the glass. Fowley knocks it free for Cedar home. He is immediately double teamed, but knocks it loose for Fowley. Behind the net for Woods. Woods wristing off glass, held in by McCarron, blocking it against the glass. Save made by Bairden with the right shoulder, just got enough of it. McCarron gets it back, centering fee goes off a skate, and a steal from Jacksonville. Cody Fowley starts the rush out to center. He'll get to the red line before flipping in. Apparently he did not reach the red line. Icing will be called against Fowley. Not surprised at the call, although oftentimes they will give you that neighborhood play baseball style, but not this time. Fowley did not get to the red line. We'll bring it back into the Jacksonville zone. And Reader, I think it's important that Jacksonville gets off to a good start here. Look, against Florida, the last thing you want to do is fall behind. They actually did briefly at the end of the first period last night, but this is not a team that you want to play catch-up on.
No, you don't. And, of course, the Icemen came out with a good first period, good energy. They actually limited the Everblades to 4 shots, but who went into the break with the lead? It was the Everblades. Auger getting a goal there at 19 seconds left. So they weren't rewarded for the period they got, but as we know, it ended up for the best in the end.
Puck travels all the way into the Everblades zone. Man down for Jacksonville. That's Chris Newberry. He is very slow to get up. I'm not sure if that's him being injured or him talking to the official. Either way, Jacksonville unable to get it out of their own zone. Hayden Shaw flips it around the wall. It will go over the blue line and out. Newberry is back up and on his feet right now. He wanted a penalty call from referee Andrew Wilk or Alex Garan. 2 referees in playoff action in the ECHL. In the regular season, it's just 1, but we'll go with 2 referees and 2 linesmen in the postseason. Florida at their own blue line. Patrick McCarron drifts to the left. He's over the blue line. Mingo defends. McCarron with a centering feed right through the slot. Goes all the way to the opposite wall, and Critchlow will shovel it out. Logan Rowe takes over inside his own line. Roman Yuchin on the forecheck. Up the boards, Critchlow, or Randolph rather, holds it in. Yuchin trying to keep the play moving along the corner. Gets it loose on his backhand side. Turns to the forehand. He'll drop it underneath for Randolph. Randolph with Rowe defending. He's got Rowe right on his hip as he leaves the puck for Loansett. Loansett on his backhand, tossing it back around the dasher and behind the net. Patrick McCarron first on it. Backhands it up the wall. Looking to hold in his Detzel at the line. It is held in. Great play by Rabbit. Holding it in for Loansett. Curls to his forehand, goes to the line. Shapiro with a wrist shot, deflected wide. Yuchin with a centering pass that goes into the high slot where it's picked off by the Everblades. Patrick Bykoff, who did not play last night, on the ice tonight. He'll clear in. Loansett first on it for the Icemen. Dropping it back for Cedarholm. Cedarholm forced a little deeper by Justin Auger. Cedarholm plays it off the wall for Rabbit. Couldn't get a piece of it. It will be icing against Jacksonville. Just over 3 minutes gone by. No shots on goal just yet. The Icemen with a couple of good shifts there. I like the work from Roman Yuchin, the newcomer, in that last shift.
Yeah, Roman was very good there in that shift, strong along the boards, and he had the centering pass there. He had for a moment he had a wide open Wasey Rabbit. Not a bad spot to put it, but they were able to tie him up. The puck went right down to the slot and led to the transition the other way. But Yuchin's a guy that Coach Christie's been happy about here in the first couple of games, and picked up his first professional point last night with an assist on the first goal.
He sure did. As Jacksonville wins the draw in their defensive zone, they'll immediately get it into the Florida end. Cam McLeese holds the zone to the blue line for Woods. One-timer is deflected behind the net. Rabbit didn't see where the puck went to. Vasella tries to clear out. Rabbit knocks it free. Looking for Fowley. Back for Rabbit. Behind the net for Cam McLeese. Looks like head coach Jason Christie has juggled the lines a little bit here with McLeese on this line, along with Fowley and Rabbit. Chris Newberry just stepping on now as well. Could be just in the middle of a line change because of the previous icing call. The Everblades finally collect it behind their own net. And Jacksonville will now complete this line. They're back to what I expected it to be. This line was brilliant last night. Max Fortier with Chris Newberry and Cam McLeese. Fortier, of course, with 2 goals, including the game winner. As the Everblades get a steal, centering pass deflected just wide by Blake Winicky, but he was set up very well. Just couldn't put it on frame. Winicky with another centering feed. That's intercepted and cleared out by McLeese. It bounces right at the red line and almost stops right on a dime. Everblades get it back, and they'll clear into the zone. Critchlow behind his own net. Rims it around, finds Randolph on the left wing. Cross ice for Mingo, who's got a little time over the blue line. With speed, gets to the top of the circle, throws it on net. Save is made. Rebound back to the circle. Randolph wrists it, and I don't know if Helvig saw it until the last possible moment. I'm not sure if he was expecting that shot or maybe it was just a screen. Either way, Florida brings it back into the zone. Stick save made by Bairden on a soft shot on net. Held in by Alex Tonge. Centering feed comes up high, and it is stolen by Randolph. Will clear it out of the zone and very nearly over the glass. Almost a delay of game call, but we will play on. The Everblades' Ben Masello will forehand in. Bairden, again, great with the goaltender stick. Outlets it to Rabbit, then to Loansett. Up the boards, back for Rabbit again. Fowley will backhand in and chase after it. Up and down action in the opening 5 minutes and changes. The Icemen get a steal in the zone. It's Loansett, left circle. Cross ice. Fowley will take it off the boards, ends up giving up to Rabbit. Low onset, can't handle the touch pass, and the Everblades clear out. Big hit by Detzel on a man, but the Everblades skate out. Possible 2-on-1. Defending is Shapiro. Beautifully done by Kyle Shapiro, but it's not out yet. McCarron with a wrist shot. That goes wide. Comes off the end boards for Christoph Low onset, who will clear it out. What a great play there by Shapiro on the 2-on-1.
Yeah, it was. He got down to one knee there. Florida kind of maybe waited. Perkovich there waited just too long that time to get rid of it, but excellent job. Or Platzer, I beg your pardon. But a good play there, all started by Shapiro going down to one knee.
Florida keeps it in the zone. Newbury tried to clear out, couldn't do it. It's Winicky in the right wing corner, defended by Newbury. This is to the left of Mikhail Bairden. John McCarron skates all the way to the blue line. Cross ice, it's picked off by Fortier. Comes to Newbury, who will play it out of the zone. I thought the Icemen could have been able to skate with it, but no matter, they steal it at the red line. It's McLeese 2-on-1, looking for Fortier, who will score! Max Fortier puts the Icemen on top 1-0. There was going to be a delayed penalty on Florida. No matter whatsoever, Max Fortier has the hot hand. 2 goals in the third period last night, and he connects again here early in the first.
Well, here's an opportunity that the Icemen really had to convert. You're not going to get many against Florida, but they made this one pay. And looking at the play there, McLeese, he was in a good lane to shoot it himself and call his own number, but hey, send it to the hot stick, Fortier, and he finished it off here. And again, they grabbed the lead here and taking advantage of an opportunity down low.
All started with a neutral zone turnover from the Everblades, something that we are not accustomed to seeing. It's going to be McLeese and Newbury assisting on the goal. Here is Matt Schultz with your goal call.
Number 16, Maxime Fortier. Assisted by number 8, Cam McLeese. And by number 11, Chris Newberry. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 8 seconds, first period. Again, 40.
Bairden makes a save as we resume live play. Critchlow got hit from behind, but no call. Everblades hold it in the zone. Wrist shot and a screen deflects wide. Comes up high for Randolph, who will take a hit to clear it out. And the crowd again all over Jeremy Helvig. Just listen to these fans here. They are just giving them the business. All your fault, Jeremy Helvig. 1-0 Jacksonville, 13:09 to go in the first. We'll take a quick break and come right back. Actually, we will not. We'll stay here. It's an icing call. I was expecting a different call. It's a face-off in the offensive zone for Jacksonville. That was Fortier from McLeese and Newbury. And Max Fortier now has the last 3 goals in a row. 6:08 the time of that goal. Fortier now has 6 points in this series in just over 3 games played, 3 goals. Or excuse me, 5 points, 3 goals, 2 assists, as the Icemen have it inside their own line.
And he's got a point in all 4 games in this series. Talk about a guy bringing some consistency. There's Max Fortier there with that.
And some momentum obviously carried over from last night as well. You needed some confidence in this series. I think it really had to come last night, Reader. I don't want to call it a do-or-die game last night's effort, but to be able to get a win like that, knowing that you got 3 in a row at home, if you win last night as they did, that really carries over into tonight.
It was a big swing game because if you don't win the game, now you're down 3-0. Then you get put in that, how many teams have rallied from a 3-0 deficit, and against the Florida Everblades, it's going to be very difficult. Now, just a 1-game series separates these 2 teams, and the Icemen with the home ice advantage, you said, and now here they are in Game 4, asserting themselves early in the first and have the lead right now.
Puck is in the neutral zone. We've got a whistle and a stop. Play. Man goes down right at the end of the whistle. Cale Detzel continues to play extremely physically as he knocked the man down right at the whistle. We've got sticks up high. We've got a couple of bear hugs going on. John McCarron and Kyle Shapiro are tangled up along the glass just inside the Jacksonville blue line. Not sure if we'll see any penalties out of this, honestly. Detzel finishing his check after the whistle, but not by a ton. I wouldn't consider it egregious, and I'm not sure if we're going to have anything affected in terms of manpower. We'll find out when we take a quick break. It is 1-0 Jacksonville on a Max Fortier goal. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider. Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, the official puck provider. Warrior, the official protective wear provider. And the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank.
We are back to play as Max Fortier takes it over the blue line. Drop pass for Newbury, looking for McLeese. He'll track it down on the right wing corner. Newbury there to help out as McLeese digs it loose, spinning to his backhand side. With his head up, Cam McLeese trying to find a teammate to feed it to. He'll drop it down low. Fortier battles. Newbury helps out and holds it in. Back behind the net. Downing just beats Fortier to the puck, but Newbury again holds in. Got taken down from behind, but will play on. Fortier and Downing collide into the corner. Fortier takes the man down. Well done by the much smaller Max Fortier against Michael Downing. Downing without his stick, in fact. But the Everblades do take it into the Jacksonville end, and a centering feed goes just wide off the stick of Justin Auger. Everblades hold in. Rowe's got all day. Closes. Fires. Bairden with the stop with the blocker. Rowe back with it again. Pressure here from the Everblades. Pritchlow trying to reach it. Can't quite do it. Auger in the right wing corner. Defended by Woods. Auger skates behind the net. Gives it up to the Icemen. Up the right side for Fortier. He'll stick handle with it. Got taken down from behind. No call. Will come right back with the Everblades. Thompson cuts into the slot. Puts it off the outside of the post and it stays out. Uchin unable to clear. Thompson with a glove save! Bairden on Thompson! As quick as can be from Mikhail Bairden on the giveaway from Jacksonville, but the Birdman on his game.
Yeah, you sense something was happening there with Florida. Of course, they got that great line, that top line with McCarron, Auger. It has such great skill, great size, and it's really given the Icemen fits. I mean, you look at McCarron and Auger. They're both with 5 points coming in, 2 goals, 3 assists. I mean, these guys are always there. They make things happen there, and of course, Bairden coming up with some big stops there when things got a little dicey.
Including that shot there, Florida out shooting the Icemen thus far, 5-3. Here's another great chance, but it goes just wide from Alex Tonge. Again, 5-3 shots on goal in favor of Florida, but the Icemen have the lead 1-0. The Icemen get through center ice. It goes off the stick of Ben Masella, ends up in the Everblades bench, and we'll have a stoppage in play, face off in the neutral zone. I want to go back to the very beginning of the broadcast here, Alex, about the goaltender situation and the strategy that each coach had to do. Not at all surprised that head coach Jason Christie went with Mikhail Bairden. He's the hot hand, no doubt about it. But from Florida's perspective, I got to admit, I was surprised that Jeremy Helvig was in net. Allowed 4 goals on only 19 shots last night. You've got 3 games in 3 nights. Decent chance he was going to go to a very solid Callum Booth at some point this weekend. I was surprised it wasn't tonight. Yeah, I think he's just going with the guy that kind of got him here in Helvig. I mean, he's one of the top goaltenders in the league, and I mean, his numbers and his win-loss record proves that. You know, with the 3-3, you know, it'd be interesting to see really more tomorrow, Arlie, like what both coaches do, because you know, do you go back to these guys? Depending on what happens tonight, it would be a 3 games in 3 days, something you don't see very much in the playoffs. But I was with you. I thought maybe Booth was going to go here today, but this is another big swing game in the series. Obviously, the Icemen fall. Now they have to win 3 in a row to take the series. But if they can come away with the win, it's a tie series. So it's another big game here, and that's the way really the way it works here. And they're just going to go with what I think they're comfortable with right now, both coaches. But I was with you. I was surprised. Coach each game as each day moves along. Puck is in the Jacksonville zone, but the Icemen do clear it to center. It's Newbury for Fortier. He's got blazing speed. He's over the blue line. Tries to step to the inside. Drop pass. It's McLeese. Save made. Rebound trickles into the net. It's 2-0 Icemen. Cam McLeese with the goal. Set up by Fortier, and this line is clicking right now. 2-0 Jacksonville.
Well, we're just talking about the line for the Everblades with McCarron and Auger giving fits to the Icemen. Well, this line right now is clicking, as you said here, Arlie. And Fortier this time swings it out in front to McLeish, just sent down from Manitoba, the American Hockey League. These guys are really working well together. And right now, for a team coming into yesterday's play, not scoring a lot of goals, it's kind of been the knack of this team here, really even heading into the playoffs. This line right here is stepping up, and they're putting the puck in the net here, and they're finding offense from this line.
Here's your goal call from Matt Schultz.
It's scored by number 8, Cam McLeish. Assisted by number 16, Maxime Fortier. And by number 11, Chris Newberry. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 44 seconds, first period.
That line is combined already for 2 goals and 4 assists. The trio of Cam McLeish, Maxime Fortier, and Chris Newberry is Helvig makes a save this time with a left pad on a shot from the blue line. Cedar pinches in to hold the zone. It's Loansett for Woods, and a one-timer saved by Helvig. Rebound for Loansett into the corner for Rabbit. It is all Jacksonville right now. Moving in on the forecheck is Fowley, knocking it loose for Loansett. Back to Fowley, just tipped away, but the Icemen hold the zone. Fowley tries to get around a couple of men, gets it right back at the half wall. Sharp angle shot is blocked. It comes to the blue line for Cedarholm. Cross ice for Woods. Wrister in a screen trying to get a deflection. It's Fowley at the goal line extended. Woods with a one-timer, deflected up high, held in by the Icemen, and Jake Randolph just onto the ice. Loansett tries to keep it moving, finds Randolph behind the net, spins away from a man, double team now, and finally McCarron will try and clear the zone, and he just gets it out to center. A great shift following the goal from Jacksonville. I love to see that. You don't want to give Florida any momentum whatsoever, as Winicky will flip it up into the air and out of the zone. Hayden Shaw first on it for the Icemen. Taps it off the wall at center ice. McCarron will drive it in. We've got a whistle and a stoppage in play. Do we have too many men? Too many men on the ice. It's against the Everblades. 8:42 to go, and a power play for the Icemen.
Well, the Icemen only getting one opportunity on the power play last night, but a group that I thought coming down the stretch, it looked really good. It seemed like they were getting in a rhythm. They just weren't getting enough goals from it, but they also didn't have a whole lot of chances, Harley, in the last few games of the regular season. We were talking about, getting 1 or 2 power plays to try, but they did score on their first power play of the series. Since then, they haven't had very many opportunities, but they have looked impressive. It's just a matter of now capitalizing for them.
Forward line has McLeish, Newberry, and Jake Randolph out there. Randolph digs the puck free, tried to get it back to the blue line, but it's deflected out of play. And a nice catch by a fan out there in about the 5th row, right by the Florida Everblade bench. Jacksonville in the postseason, 1 for 7 overall on the power play at 14.3%. Total air care power play for the Icemen. At the blue line, it's Max Fortier, so they're going with 4 forwards on this alignment. The only defenseman, I'm surprised to see Hayden Shaw out there. Not as surprised as I was last night to see him in a defensive situation late in the game, and I think Jason Christie is showing a ton of trust in this young rookie.
Yeah, he's starting to settle in nicely here. He's a good puck-moving guy. Comes from a great program at North Dakota, and he's starting to he's earned his opportunities here on the special team side.
He got a good one-timer away there as well. Stick save made by Helvig. Play is tangled up along the corner. Trying to dig it loose. The Everblades get it. Perkovich will drive it off the boards and out. Bairden skating all the way to the hash marks to play it to center ice for Fortier, trying to get the rush started early. Let's go Icemen, the chant from the crowd. 1:24 to go on this man advantage for the Icemen. Already up 2-0, looking for more. It's Shaw with a drop pass for Newberry at center. He's over the blue line onside. Flip pass for Fortier, cuts to net, goes to the backhand. Helvig may have gotten a piece of it, but held in by Jacksonville. Newberry, indirect pass from McLeish at the blue line. Tries to feed it to Shaw, but he goes over the line and out to center. The Icemen right back in, however. Newberry's over the line onside. Dropping it down low for McLeish. Behind the net and around the wall, comes all the way to the blue line for Dejan Mingo. Mingo for Fortier, top of the circle. Dropping it for McLeish, off his stick and out to center. 47 seconds to go on the power play. Newberry drops it for Mingo. At his own blue line, he'll curl a little deeper. He's actually going to go all the way behind his net to start the rush. Second line on this man advantage for the Icemen. Fowley with Rabbit and Loansett. Low onset has the power play goal this playoff season for the Icemen. They'll drop it around the boards. McCarron picks it off and clears it again to the Jacksonville line. 20 seconds to go on the power play, maybe one final rush. Mingo directly in front of his netminder this time. Gives it to Rabbit. Rabbit cross ice look, low onset, gloves it down to his stick and carries it into the zone. Rowe on his backhand, tries to clear out, held in by low onset. Rabbit gets it to the blue line for Mingo right side. Cross ice it is Woods, cross ice again. Rabbit to the blue line. He thought Mingo was at the point, but he wasn't. Mingo had drifted back, and teams returned to full strength. Jacksonville still on top, 2-0, 6.5 to go in the first period. As Mingo slams it around the wall, Helvig unable to block it behind the net. Finn reverses it to the near side. Detzel gets taken down off the puck as Uchin holds in. Logan Rowe takes over for the Everblades, slows things down a bit and feeds it ahead for Kyle Platzer. Shapiro taking the body on Platzer. Detzel does the same on Bykoff as the Icemen try to clear the zone. Critchlow leaving it for Randolph, who will drive it off the glass and out. Too soft for icing. We'll play on with 6 minutes flat to go in the first period. Max Fortier and Cam McLeese have the goals for Jacksonville. Chris Newbury assisting on both of them. Both Fortier and McLeese have a goal and a helper each, as the Icemen have it in their own net territory. It's Uchin, right wing. Cross ice look, Newbury with a touch pass. It's going to be an offside call with 5:41 to go, and we will take a break, but Jacksonville increases their lead. What a tremendous start to this game. 2-0 Icemen. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Arlie Johnson, Alex Reed with you from the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. The Icemen leading the Florida Everblades 2-0. 5:41 to go in the first period. Puck is in the neutral zone. Mingo slams it around the wall behind the Florida net. Patrick McCarron tries to tip it out, can't do it yet. Ladd comes onto the ice and gets the puck loose, taps it into the slot, but there's nobody there to pick up the loose change. Everblades clear out. I think Randolph might have taken a slash in the hand as Florida clears in. Looking to center is Perkovic for the Everblades. Gets it to the line for Rowe. Shot in a screen, and Bairden is there to deny him and hold on to it for a face-off to his right. 5:15 to go. It is 2-0 Jacksonville. Coming up in the first intermission, we'll be joined by defenseman Jacob Cederholm, who had a huge goal last night for Jacksonville. He only had one goal in the regular season, but man, what a laser beam he unleashed last night for what was their first lead of the night at the time.
Yeah, he did. Oh, man, what a shot there. And we were talking about, as far as shots go, I mean, that one was pretty, and it was buzzing. I would love to have had the radar detector back there to see how much that one was zipping, but he just stepped into it on a nice drop pass there, and good for Jacob. He's been out with the injury, but has come right back.
Florida coming back. They had in tight 2-on-1. They couldn't get the pass to connect. Jacksonville clears it back into the Florida zone. They're onside as Fowley takes it up the right side. Everblades steal, and they'll skate in transition. Auger to center ice, steps around Woods, but Cederholm is there to help him right on cue. Cederholm knocks it right into this high slot off a deflection. Masella holds it in to the blue line for Downing, who will score. A slap shot from 60 feet out goes over the glove of Mikhail Bairden. I'm not sure if he saw it all the way or not, but either way, the Everblades are on the board. It is a 2-1 contest with 4:43 to go. I'm not going to put that one on the Jacksonville defense. I think Cederholm had the right idea. He was trying to rim it around the wall. It went off a stick or a skate and just carried him right into the high slot.
Yeah, and there's what we talked about with this Florida team, though. You make a mistake, whether you intended to or not, or whether it was the right player, they get a bounce. This Florida team, very opportunistic there, and an opportunity to get rid of the puck and get possession, goes to the Everblades, and then they put one on the board here to kind of get a little bit of the momentum back now, but still a lead here for Jacksonville.
It's Downing's second of the postseason. Had a big goal, of course, in Florida. In game one, as the Icemen have it in their own end, it's McLeese flipping it out to center ice. Downing knocks it down and forehands in. Shapiro gives chase, trying to clear it around, but it's held in by the Everblades. Newbury gets it back. He'll backhand off glass and into the Everblades zone. Fortier, look at that speed from the youngster. Couldn't quite get there ahead of Michael Downing, but just the pressure that he created, really something to watch, as we've been doing for the last couple of periods, last night and tonight. Bairden taken down off the play. That was as he was trying to clear out. He is very slow to get up, and Bairden went after the referee, at least flinched towards him, which I'm surprised didn't possibly draw a penalty. Puck is in the neutral zone, and the Everblades have it skating into the zone. It is Bykov at the top of the left circle. Bykov cross ice, deflected by Randolph. Mingo pokes it into the corner, can't clear it yet. Critchlow there to try and help out. Randolph gets it free for Critchlow, driving it off the board, still not out. I don't know how the Everblades held it in. Rowe at the left circle, Rister in a screen, Bairden with the save. Michael Neville with the rebound, looking for Platzer, centering feed, picked off by Randolph. Well defended there by Jake Randolph, but again they can't clear. Randolph again, this time he just moves it to an open side and back out to the Everblade blue line. 3:12 to go in the first period. It's Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. Rowe for McCarron, curling at his own blue line. He'll drop it off for Matt Finn. Finn going wide on Lalonde set. Offside will be called with exactly 3 minutes to go in the first period. Bairden now pleading his case to referee Andrew Wilk, saying why was there not a penalty, and he's going to skate away from the crease. I'm very curious to see what happens here with Mikhail Bairden, who is an emotional goaltender.
Yeah.
It can go one of two different ways.
Sure.
Either you can get this off of your game, which obviously not what the Icemen would want here, or you can channel this anger and just, take it to the next level.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, we talk about just a youngster, 21 years old, the resiliency of youth, right? And that's what we were hoping for here, that he's able to shake it off. But again, it's one of those things where he was mad about it. He's still mad about it after the whistle. So is that one of the things he's going to always have in the back of his mind here? Does just need to shake it off, continue to play his game here. What he was injured on the play, and he just wanted to let the referee know that, hey, this can't be stand for. You got to watch for it.
Lalonde set tries to take it into the Florida end, but the Everblades are there to pick it off at the blue line. Masella, right to left pass for Blake Winicky. It's over his stick, an aerial pass. Cedarholm takes it away for the Icemen. For Woods, then for Rabbit, then for Lalonde set. Up the left side, Fowley unable to get there, but Lalonde set will force Jeremy Helvig to play it himself as the Icemen complete a line change. 2:20 to go in the first. Jacksonville on top, 2-1. Coming on for the Icemen, Fortier, McLeese, and Newbury. And this line has been absolutely on fire the last couple of nights. Everblades clear in. Shaw tries to clear out. Florida holds in for the moment. Alex Tonj, cross ice, look for Perkovic. Slap shot went off his own man. Thompson creating a screen in front. Florida again holds in. Shot towards goal is blocked by Mingo. He'll carry it behind the net, start up the right side. Very poised effort there from Dejan Mingo to clear it out to center, and McLeese takes it over the blue line. Florida gets it right back out. Hayden Shaw beating Tommy Thompson to the puck. Behind his own net is Shaw. Backhands it up the right wing wall for McLeese, who golfs it out to center. Logan Rowe, cross ice look. Caroms to the Icemen, and Jake Randolph at his own line. Randolph gets to center. He'll forehand in, taking a hit in the process. Patrick McCarron for the Everblades. Skating away from Critchlow, gets it to the neutral zone. The Icemen right back. It is Critchlow redirecting into the right of Helvig. We've got a whistle and a stoppage. What's the call going to be? Icing? They're going to say that Critchlow was not across the red line for that deflection.
Yeah, he's getting the explanation right now, and well, it was close there. But even he looks a little bit puzzled, and now the Iceman bench, Coach Christie trying to get explanation from the officials. Say, hey, give us a little news here.
At least give us a center ice face-off out of this, but referee Andrew Wilk, if nothing else, I'll give him the credit for talking to Coach Jason Christie. Not all officials will even give you the courtesy of that. But it's not going to change the call. It will be icing on Jacksonville. Draws to Bairden's left. 1:13 on the clock. Matt Finn trying to step around a couple of men, and does, all the way into the corner. Drop pass, shot towards goal, is deflected into the near side wall. Uchin skates up the right wing, tries to get away from Neville, does get it to center ice. Now in the final minute of period number 1. Masella between the hash marks in his own end. Randolph on the forecheck. Platzer almost lost the handle, but Uchin wasn't close enough to him to steal it. Matt Finn for the Everblades, left wing. Cuts away from Rabbit. He'll get to center ice before a long snapshot on goal. Bairden will play it himself to Shapiro. Shapiro circle to circle for Detzel. Outletting it for Lancet, who redirects it. Masella and Rabbit collide into the boards. Finn tries to get it away from Lancet. Lancet got a piece of it, but not enough to gain possession. Florida drives it off the boards and out to center. 20 seconds to go as Cedar takes over in his own end. Woods for the Icemen, for Lancet. Lancet to the left for Rabbit. Over the blue line, they're going to call this offside with 9.7 seconds to go. All in all, solid first period here from Jacksonville with a couple of ticks left on the clock. Certainly didn't like to see that goal from Michael Downing in the net, but I don't think that's going to take away from what Jason Christie has got to think is a very well-played period.
Oh, 100%. And this time they were rewarded with some goals. You know, they had a good first period last night, and it was Florida who went in with the lead. So, you know, unless something happens here in the next couple of seconds, the Icemen are going to take the lead, and they'll get rewarded for a good period of hockey to start this off.
One last chance for Jacksonville. Newbury towards goal. It goes wide, and the horn will sound, ending the opening frame. Jacksonville on goals from Max Fortier at 6:08 and Cam McLeese at 9:44 have the Icemen on top 2-1 on Fortier's goal. It's his third of the postseason. McLeese and Newbury assisting on that one. For McLeese's goal, we'll switch it up. Fortier and Newbury assisting on that goal. All three of them have a pair of points in the opening frame. Shots on goal, 10-8 in favor of the Everblades after 1, but it is Jacksonville on top where it counts. 2-1 Icemen after 1. After this break, we'll be joined by Jacksonville defenseman Jacob Cederholm, and then Alex Reed and I will be talking a little bit more about what we saw in the first period of play. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff. NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
We're between periods between the Jacksonville Icemen and Florida Everblades, Game 4 of this South Division semifinal series. Arlie Johnson joined by defenseman Jacob Cedar home. Jacob, man, it's good to be back home. You know, down 2-0 in the series, but you get a chance to play in front of these fans. Crew seemed like they were absolutely re-energized to get back out on the ice, and you hold serve at home with a phenomenal effort tonight, last night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had two tough games away. Nearly took the first one, but then second one we didn't have a chance really. But now coming back here with our fans, it's truly special, and the support we get from them, it's amazing.
Jacob, you had a huge goal in the game last night. I know you're normally known as a defensive-minded defenseman, but you absolutely stepped into one in the second period last night. Take us through that go-ahead goal in the second period set up on that drop pass from Cam McLeese.
Yeah, I know it was a really great play by Cam McLeese. Good that he saw me there. I called for it, but no, it's just in our own zone. They had a shot on net, and then the puck kind of bounced, and I just tried to beat their guy back, their back-checking guy back, and I did it and called for it, and then I don't know, I just close your eyes, I guess.
Did you have a spot in mind on the net? Were you looking far post? Were you looking low? Or was there a mindset for where you wanted that puck to go?
I usually like going pretty low because it's just over the top of their pad. It's usually open, and if it's a one-time or two, it's going to be a hard shot, so they don't have the time to realize where it's going to go. So I like that spot.
And I've definitely noticed, even though you are more known for your defense, that you are trying to step up and make your game a two-way kind of game. Is that something that maybe even the Winnipeg Jets are wanting you to work on, and yourself personally, to be able to make yourself more of a 200-foot game?
Absolutely. I think that today's game, of course, it's good to be defensive, but today's game is so much about offense too. I mean, years back, maybe it worked with just being a defensive defenseman, but I think today, as the game develops, you need to play both ways, but my strength is always going to be my defensive part.
And Jacob, you also have to worry about coming back from injury. You were gone for a month. Coming back in the playoffs, not the most ideal time, but it certainly beats the alternative of not being able to suit up. Talk to me about the adjustment of just getting back into playing shape at this time of all times going into the playoffs.
Yeah, of course, it's difficult. It's my first time I experienced it, and I didn't really know what to expect from it, but this is my job. This is what I do, and I feel like with any other job, you do it to your 100%, and sometimes you face adversity, and you just have to get through it. It's good that we have a great group of guys there supporting you all the time, and it's always there if you need to talk or whatever it might be, and just seeing the guys out there while I was injured was nice, and see how they developed there throughout the season too. So I was just really excited to be back.
And I know the coaching staff is thrilled to have you at just this right time against a high-powered offense like Florida is. Let's talk about tonight's game now. I know you played exceptionally well last night as a team, but I know that you're going to expect them to bring their best tonight after suffering their first defeat in the series. You're going to have to match that intensity. You're going to have to play better too.
Absolutely, and I think that's what brings joy to us. I mean, we're always facing challenges, and whenever we do, we face it head on. And we know that they're going to come out hard, and as they always do it because of their loss yesterday too. But as long as we stick to our game, and I know it's cliche, but that's really it. We need to focus on our own stuff tonight. It's not about them. It's not about the refs. It's about our own game. And if we do that, we have a very good chance on beating these guys in tonight's game as well.
Well, if you're focusing on your game, what was effective last night? What did you see last night that you absolutely have to see again tonight?
Especially being tight on him and give him no space and no time out there, because they have some skilled guys and very skilled guys on paper. And but if you can stay close to him and give him no space out there, I think it's going to do the job for us.
All right, Jacob, we appreciate it. Best of luck to you tonight. Look forward to hopefully having this series even up by the end of the evening.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Jacob Cedar home with us between periods. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and a lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We are back at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson joined by Alex Reed tonight. First time that we're actually going to have a tandem broadcast. I love it, as the Icemen have a 2-1 lead after one period of play. Alex, let's take a peek back at the opening 20 minutes. I thought that it was a perfectly executed game plan from head coach Jason Christie. Come out and jump on them early. Didn't quite close the way that they wanted to, with a goal from Michael Downing to cut it in half. But yeah, I mean, you got to be thrilled with the performance if you're head coach Jason Christie and the Icemen.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of this game were going to be key because, no doubt the Everblades wanted to push back after a tough loss last night, and the Icemen knew that, and so they needed to come out, assert themselves, and grab the momentum themselves. And obviously the Icemen won the first 10 minutes of the game. It wasn't just they survived it; they attacked it,
yes,
and then took the 2-0 lead. And then of course, Florida did come back, and we've talked about it so many times. They're so opportunistic, and just that one miscue there led to them keeping the puck into the zone, into that chance. But either way, if you're Coach Christie, I mean, what more could you ask out of your team? Knowing that you're going to have to face an onslaught from an angry Everblades team, and you go and grab the 2-0 lead and have the lead now at the break. He's got to be happy right now.
You talked about how the Icemen attacked it in the first period. I think that becomes a storyline as this game progresses. Maybe not so much the second period, but certainly on into the third period, where Florida just seems to feel like they can come back at any point in time. We saw it a little bit last night. The Icemen had to hold on for dear life for that victory last night. I don't think that the Icemen will have a problem with it in the second period, but moving forward, I want to see Jacksonville continue that attack mode throughout the contest and not just protect what would be currently a one-goal advantage.
Well, it's the second time that the Icemen have scored 2 goals in the first period in this series. They did it in game 1. And then, of course, you look at and now in the second period, the Icemen are outscoring the Everblades 3-0 in the series in the second period. But when you look on the reverse side, we were talking about the third period. The Everblades outscored the Icemen 5-2. So the third period seems to be the big period for this Everblades team. They've done it all season long. It's just like they turn on a switch and say, "Oh, we better get going," and they get the machine rolling. But the second period, at least so far in this series, has belonged to the Icemen. So they really need to try to kind of put themselves in a good spot going into the third because of that very reason.
No doubt about it, as Jacksonville tries to even this series. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a best-of-7 series, South Division semifinals. Jacksonville trails this series 2-1. All games have been won by the home team thus far through 3 contests, and the Icemen, of course, trying to do the same and winning tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Game 5, will be Jacksonville hosting Florida once again. This first-round series is a 2-3-2 format, so 3 home games in a row for the Icemen, and it's in 3 consecutive nights. Last night, tonight, and tomorrow night. If you do not have your tickets yet for tomorrow, I strongly suggest you get them as soon as humanly possible. We're expecting another good crowd tomorrow night as well. As we go to some of the highlights of the game, brought to you by the law offices of John Phillips. There's your first goal from Max Fortier. What a great combination with him and Cam McLeese.
Yeah, those guys are really warming up right now and just clicking, and they're on the same page. It's great what an addition McLeese is. Sometimes Fortier might have been a little bit quiet in the first couple of games, had a couple of assists, but we know that he can put the puck in the net. Just kind of needed that guy that to click with here, and I think he and McLeese have done just that. And right now the Icemen finding some production from this line.
And there's McLeese's goal as well. His first goal of the postseason, snuck it underneath the arm of Jeremy Helvig through the 7-hole, under the arm and inside the body. Helvig got a good chunk of it, but it just trickled over the goal line and in. And that's where we stand right now. 2-1 is the advantage for the Icemen. Both teams back out onto the ice, getting ready for the start of our middle stanza. Jacksonville in their aviator blue unis. I think they look as sharp as can be. Florida in their whites with green numerals. They've got blue trim. And I also want to look at how Mikhail Bairden is going to react. Remember, in the closing minutes of that first period, he got involved and spilled on the play from a Florida forechecker, and he was furious, Bairden was, that is, with the officiating for not having a penalty called. And we are wondering currently, and I guess I'm still wondering anyway, whether that will affect his game at all. possibly for worse, possibly for better, or whether he just stays on the same even keel. And I wonder if anything was said to him in the locker room as well.
Yeah, they probably saw that he was a little upset there. And, of course, right after it happened, you saw Shapiro get up. He was trying to get right after the player that did it. Then Coach Christie called him off, said, no, don't take that penalty. You know, it's not a good time for it right now. So the good news is Barron is okay. But, again, mentally, we'll see if that has a little bit of a factor there. Maybe the Everblades trying to, they know he's a young kid. Hey, they try to maybe get in his head a little bit. But if that's the case, you got a young kid in Helvig as well. The same could be done the other direction. So you don't want to see the two teams get into a battle of, messing with one another's goaltenders. But, I guess two can play at this game, as they say. But we'll see. As you mentioned, that's one of the things to look at here. See if Barron is able to settle in and just shake it off, or more or less he was just angry at the ref and he put it behind him.
I'm glad you mentioned the youth of Helvig as well, just before we get started in this. Young goaltender, and this weekend in Jacksonville, 27 shots faced, 6 goals allowed right now for Jeremy Helvig just in 4 periods of play. So I can't imagine he's feeling fantastic about his game at the moment.
Yeah, Helvig, one of the top guys this season. I mean, he was 27, 6-3, and had a 2.27 goals against average and a 92% save percentage. Those are pretty decent rookie numbers.
No question about it. But this is an entirely different season here in the postseason, and we'll see if the Icemen can try and capitalize on net with Jeremy Helvig as we resume play. And Bairden stuffs the attempt from Matt Finn, who tried the wraparound from behind the net. The defenseman was in tight. Florida keeps it in the zone. It comes to the far wall. McCarron against Cedar home. McCarron wins it to the line. Shot towards goal, never reached the net. Auger with a turnaround shot. Great save by Bairden. Rebound comes to the Icemen. Fowley starts a 3-man rush through center. It is Fowley just simply forehanding it in. He'll chase after it himself. Finn plays it around the wall for Justin Auger. Auger for McCarron, who will stick handle out to center. Bairden already with a sharp save on that wraparound attempt from Matt Finn, keeping it a 2-1 game. Hayden Shaw on a bouncing puck, fortunate to just knock it out to center, and he finds the tape of Max Fortier as well. Onside is Fortier, drops it for Newbury, but it went through his skates, and the Everblades in transition skate into the zone onside. It's Perkovic, left circle, backhands it on net. Bairden with a save, comes behind the net for Mingo. Bairden did not get a good look at that. He actually looked behind him, wondering where it was, but it was out of harm's way, and the Everblades collected at their own line. Thompson up the left wing, wrists it on goal. Bairden kicks it into the corner. McLeese knocks it free for Mingo, then for Fortier. Fortier, a high toss into the air, finds Newbury at center. A simple forehand in and a line change on the fly for Jacksonville. Michael Downing, defended by Uchin. Feed goes to the right for Platzer with speed, steps around the defender, looks to center. Great defensive effort again. That's Kyle Shapiro. That's his second great defensive play of the game. Had one earlier in the first period, preventing a 2-on-1. Everblades look to hold in the zone. Mingo flips it high off glass again, nearly went out of play. Slap shot from the blue line. Bairden denies. Rebound into the corner. Bykoff denied by Mingo, and the Icemen knock it free. Looking to clear, but McCarron actually lost the handle, and now a steal from Jacksonville. Uchin with Randolph. Uchin holds, centers. Randolph couldn't get there with the stick, but a great play there from Roman Uchin, the rookie. Florida back into the zone. 4-man rush, cross ice, it's Bykoff. Again, it's Kyle Shapiro. What a defensive effort from number 2 in blue as the Icemen skate into the zone. Woods for Uchin, cannot get the centering pass away. The Icemen do hold it in the zone, however. It's Randolph at the blue line. Playing it for Uchin. Down low for Loansett, just onto the ice. Jacksonville trying to finish off a line change here. Rabbit just onto the ice, and now he holds it into the zone. For Loansett into the corner. Trying to keep it away from Patrick McCarron. Rabbit holds in to the blue line. Cedar home for Woods, left point, looks for a man in front. He'll now skate to the goal line extended. Cutting behind the net, centering feed. Helvig got a stick on it, held in at the blue line by Cedar home. Cedar home at the left circle. Cross ice look, finds Woods on a dangerous pass. Woods in the slot and a save by Helvig. Woods may have broken his stick. He might have just had it knocked out of his hands. He gets it back and plays with it as the Everblades clear it to center ice. Nice back check from Cody Fowley as the Icemen skated up the middle. McLeese bumped off the play by Ben Masella. That was well defended as well, but Rabbit holds the zone. Looks for a trailer. It is McLeese for Hayden Shaw. Shaw to the goal line. Down low, it's Fowley. Pass is picked off, intended for McLeese. Up and down we go. This has been a great second period. Wonderful tempo to this game right now as the Icemen still lead 2-1. Jacksonville into the offensive end. McLeese Cross ice look for Fortier. Down low for Newbury. Off the boards for Mingo, who cannot hold it in the zone. He'll spin right at the blue line. Forehand it back in. Delayed offside here is now waved off as the Icemen clear the zone. Just over 4 minutes gone by in the second period. Still Jacksonville on top 2-1. As the Everblades, it's Auger trying to go wide on a man. Bairden with a save. Standing tall with that big frame of his as the Icemen skated out to center. Critchlow gives it up to McCarron. The Everblades right back in. McCarron looks for a trailer. It goes off a skate and over the crossbar. That was almost a dangerous situation. Wade will hold in for Florida. It's the first time I've called his name, I think, all night. Wade is there in place of Riley Wesolowski, who played last night. Logan Rowe for the Everblades at the offensive blue line. Tried to feed it to the opposite boards. Randolph gets a body on a man. Mingo gets the puck free. He'll toss it behind his net for Kyle Shapiro. Shapiro blew a tire briefly, but gets right back up. He had time to do so. Kyle Shapiro gets to center ice and clears in. Man goes down for the Icemen, but no call as the Everblades try to catch Jacksonville in a line change. Poor pass, however. They'll regroup at center ice and wrist it in on net. Bairden playing it ahead. Good look for Fowley. He skates into the zone with Rabbit. Fowley on his backhand. Bumped off the play by Florida. That's well defended by Patrick McCarron. Both teams playing at a high level defensively in this second period, Alex.
Yeah, and leading the way for the Icemen, as you mentioned, Shapiro. I mean, he's on another level right now. He is just very sound right now, making the right plays, the patient plays, getting down, using the body there. He's in very good positioning here. But both teams trying to keep it more defensively minded right now because, well, it's kind of tight.
It's Ladd looking for a low on set, and he took his eye off the puck. He would have walked in alone, got taken down, no call, and the Everblades skate out. It's a 2-on-2 breakout. Perkovich over the blue line onside. Oh, Chris Lalonset is going to be thinking about that one tonight. It's almost like a wide receiver looking down before catching the ball.
Yeah, that's the hockey equivalent of that. I mean, he could have walked in, like you said, right there at the hash mark. He had the puck. It would have been a great shooting opportunity, just one that went for naught here for Jacksonville.
Florida clears in. This will be called icing. Several minutes in a row, uninterrupted there. Wonderful pace to this second period.
Yeah, it is. And, it started off with the Everblades kind of coming right out of the get-go. They wanted to respond here in the second period. I was getting a little nervous for a moment. I get nervous anytime I see that line of McCarron, Auger, and Winicky. It just seems like they always find the puck. They make the plays. They're getting shots. They just always seem to make it happen, and they were getting some good momentum there. The Icemen kind of weathered that storm, and it went back, and then they started getting some chances the other way. Good sustained pressure. So right now it's kind of even with both sides right now as far as the possession time and the opportunity side. And like you said, a great start to this second period right now. But it is Florida, though, with the shots on goal advantage of 6-1 here in the early going of the second period.
Jacksonville holds the puck in the zone. It's McLeese for Shaw, wristing it intentionally wide behind the Everblade net. Ladd holds it in the zone for Newbury. He'll try to reverse it. Shaw pinches in, attempting to hold it in, and does, at least for the moment. Keeping it play moving along the wall. The Everblades knock it free. They'll collect it behind their own net. It's Logan Rowe carrying up the right wing. Long outlet pass. Ends up on net, so no icing as Bairden plays it all the way out to the Florida line. Jacksonville gets it back. Possible three-man rush. Newbury with a wrister. It's deflected wide, and Jacksonville gets a line change. But that's the second time in just a couple of minutes that Mikhail Bairden has started an offensive rush with a pass all the way out to center ice.
He's got 2 assists in the regular season. I know he'd probably like to have a few more. He loves to play the puck. We know that. He's very active. And
he'd like a couple of Genos.
Yeah. Oh, he would rather have that. And I know that was one of his goals this year. He practices it all the time. But he's a guy right now, one of the best puck-moving goaltenders I've ever seen, to be honest with you. And just at such a young age, too.
Jacksonville with a shot towards goal, but it never reached the net. Florida clears out. Jacksonville possesses. It's Critchlow at center ice. Turnover. The Everblades with a steal. Finn into the zone, looking for Winicky. It goes into the near side corner. Shapiro double teamed. Tries to knock it free, and does, to an open corner, but the Everblades are there. John McCarron spinning on Detzel, who again takes the body. He's been so good physically this weekend for Jacksonville, number 18 in blue, as the Icemen clear out. Florida back in. Auger looking for McCarron. Forehand is deflected wide by Detzel. A couple of men go down. 3 men, in fact, all go down. 2 for Jacksonville, 1 for Florida. And we will have a stoppage in play with 12:10 to go in the second period. Jacksonville still in the lead. It's 2-1. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Faceoff will be in the Jacksonville zone. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed, your broadcast team for the Jacksonville Icemen. Jacksonville on top, 2-1. All scoring in the first period. Nothing doing yet in the middle frame. Mikhail Berden peering out to his left at the top of his crease, waiting for the drop of the puck. It's Lalonde set against McCarron on the draw. McCarron wins cleanly, but it goes between the point men and all the way back to the blade zone. Downing ahead for McCarron. Cross ice look out of the reach of Justin Auger. No easy task at 6'6" either. As the Icemen collect it, it's Rabbit at center ice. Gains the blue line and flips it softly into the corner. Lalonde set trying to poke it away. McCarron is there. Fowley trying to knock the puck free. Wade looks to skate away from Fowley, and he'll shovel it out to the Jacksonville line. It's Woods just away from the forecheck of Auger, and he'll start the attack. Woods pitchforking it in on the backhand, giving chases Fowley. Wade beats him to it, getting some interference run for him by Downing, but no call. Loose puck, can Fowley get there? Not quite. Newbury hustles, he will keep it in the zone. He's by himself for now, so he'll just reverse it around the wall, hoping that it can get to the blue line, and it does, at least for now. Fortier holds in. Downing turns, fires it off glass. Can Mingo hold it in? No. It went off his glove and trickled into the bench. He was right at his own bench, and he couldn't quite glove it down to the ice. Had the right idea, just couldn't quite execute it the way he wanted to.
Yeah,
face off at center.
Yeah, it didn't help that the door was right there and it was open
right.
too. They were getting some guys off, so that gave them another little hole for that puck to squeeze through, and I think that's what happened there. But face-off coming out to center here just outside that Florida blue line.
And the Cam McLeese, Max Fortier, Chris Newbury line is out there. This combination is accounted for both Jacksonville goals tonight, and here's Fortier at center ice with speed, going wide on Masella. Turns onto his backhand, tries to drop it into the slot, but Perkovic picks it off. The Icemen with a big collision. McLeese definitely got the better of that collision as he nearly knocked Thompson off of his feet. Florida clears in. Berden, will he play it himself again to center ice? Yes, he will. Looking for Fortier, but it jumps over his stick, and the Everblades have it. I don't know whether I like that or don't like it. You certainly have to hold your breath a little bit with Mikhail Berden, but hey, the results are there. He's setting up these outlet passes like a 6 forward out there, or a 6 player, I should say, skater.
Yeah, he's very active there. And again, if he gets rid of that puck a little bit quicker, he might have been able to springboard Fortier. But then at the same time, you're a goaltender. He's got to be very careful where he places that puck. So he did have to hesitate a little bit. And we do have an icing here. And I just wanted to kind of tell a story that I heard that earlier in the year that Coach Christie was, warning Michael Berden about, hey, listen, you're going to get caught one of these times. And one time in a game, he went behind the net to make a play on the puck. He tried to send it out, but he got batted down at the blue line. The guy took the shot, and he lunged back and made the save. And Coach says, see, I told you they were going to get you. And Berden sternly looked right at Coach and said, oh, don't worry, Coach. He's like, they were not going to beat me. And, that's him, though. I laughed so hard when I heard about this kid coming in. That was one of the stories Coach Christie told me. He's like, he was not going to get that puck past me. So, again, there's that confidence we talked about, that little bit of swagger. But you're right, it puts us on pins and needles when he does it.
Oh, he is an absolute character, no doubt about it. Swagger is a great word for him. When he is on his game, man, he feels like absolutely nobody can beat him. Back to live action. It's Florida with possession of the puck inside their own line. McCarron chips it ahead, trying to bounce it for Neville, and he has it. Drop pass for Platzer. Wrist shot on net, denied by Berden. Rebound, Berden again with the right pad. It goes behind the net. Centering feed from Florida. It's picked off by Jacksonville. Fowley takes a hit to play it off the wall and out, sacrificing his body just to clear the zone. Wade tries to bring it back in, but it's Randolph for the Icemen. Cross ice for Detzel, back the other way for Randolph, who will start the attack. Left side, it's Fowley backhanding in. Critchlow gives chase. Critchlow's had a good series as well. A goal and 2 assists for him. He's had a point in every game in this series so far. As Florida clears in, Cedar home around the wall in his own zone. Low onset, lets it go, and it comes all the way into the Everblade end. They couldn't touch the puck because it might have been too many men on the ice yet again.
It probably would have been there. It was very, very close. They made the right play to let it roll on down. Otherwise, they would have been flagged for that.
That's been the only penalty all night, in fact, was a too many men against Florida in the first period. That's it. As McCarron gets a hard shot away. Save is made by Bairden. Rebound into the far side wall. McCarron spins on low onset and beats him, cuts towards goal, tries to get in shooting position. It's deflected wide on the play. Well defended by Jacksonville, but still some pressure here from the Blades. Winicky towards the blue line. Penalty coming as well. Florida still with possession, and it's Rowe flipping it for low onset. There's your touch from Jacksonville. And a penalty against the Icemen. Slashing is the call. And for the first time this weekend, Florida will have, at least presumably, a 2-minute power play. The only power play they had last night lasted about 50 seconds, and that was it, as Justin Woods heads into the box for Jacksonville.
And that's where the pressure that Florida can provide. That there's several times throughout the course of any game that they apply that pressure. They're able to get some good sustained time of attack, and when that happens, you start to tire out the defenders. That's where the penalties start to come in. You get forced into those situations. That's really what happened right there. They had some good pressure, and the Icemen were kind of scrambling a little bit, and it led to the call here on Woods.
Florida 3 for 9 on the power play in this series. That has definitely been a story in this semifinal series. Jacksonville, the best penalty kill in the league in the regular season, but Florida has found a way to get around them and click for 3 power play goals. All of those goals, of course, were in Florida in games 1 and 2 combined. Jacksonville clears the zone off the draw, however, so Florida will have to start in their own end. It's McCarron with a drop pass for Tommy Thompson. Thompson for Tonge, into the zone on the right side. Rowe with a flip pass for McCarron. In the slot, it's John McCarron. This shot is deflected. Well done by Hayden Shaw. Critchlow had no idea where the rebound was. We've got a stoppage in play. I believe it went over the glass and off the protective netting. Critchlow now jawing at Logan Rowe after the whistle, and the faceoff will be in the Icemen zone. 1:29 to go on this power play for the Everblades.
Yeah, the puck did clip the bottom portion of the netting, so Critchlow just stopped waiting for that to happen. Then the whistle didn't come,
right,
and then he was kind of caught there for a moment because then the Everblades took the puck, but the other official came swooping in, saw that it did hit off the mesh there, and he decided to blow the whistle here, and that was the right call.
Face off to Mikhail Bairden's left. Penalty killing for the Icemen, Chris Newbury and Wasey Rabbit. Watch out for this combination in a shorthanded situation. Remember, Jacksonville had 18 shorthanded goals this year. Second in the league in that category as a shot from Florida goes wide and caroms all the way into their own end. Newbury in deep on Downing. Downing has the only goal tonight for the Blades. It's Michael Downing. Cross ice for Auger. Auger cannot gain the zone. Stolen and cleared by Cedarholm. Finn drifting back into his own end. With a minute flat to go on this man advantage for Florida. Downing to the right wing for Auger. Looking to go wide on Cedarholm. Cedarholm takes the body. Detzel takes the puck but cannot clear. It's held in by Winicky behind the net. To the half wall, now behind the net. Detzel is getting his stick held by Justin Auger. He cannot get away. They'll let him play. Florida with the puck. It's Finn with a drive. Saved by Bairden. Rebound is loose. Oh, what a play by Wasey Rabbit to clear the zone. And most importantly, keep Blake Winicky away from that puck. Winicky would have had an open net, but Wasey Rabbit would not allow his stick to get onto the ice. What a huge play there by Wasey.
Yeah, they leaned on the veteran there to get him out of that jam. And you're right, the net was wide open for Winicky. Out of position just because he was down was Bairden. But there was Wasey Rabbit. Strong play, you had to keep the stick down. A good strength and play there to get it out.
McCarron, Patrick McCarron, and a save by Bairden. He'll cover and take the draw to his left. Just 7 seconds left now on this power play. And McCarron would love to give a tap on the shin guards of Wasey Rabbit for that defensive effort. Crowd certainly loves it. They've had a lot to cheer for over the last couple of nights, but plenty of unfinished business left this evening.
And one of the big producers here, I think keys to this Florida power play, why they've had so much success, has been the play of Matt Finn. a guy that's been injured. He's had a lot of injury problems the last couple of years, but he spent some time in the American Hockey League this year. But, boy, he's been a real good power play contributor. And he's the one that got that whole play started by getting the puck to the net, caused that wild scramble there that Rabbit was, fortunately for the Icemen, able to clear.
Jacksonville wins the faceoff. Hayden Shaw gets the clear. Teams return to full strength. And the Everblades have it behind their own net. Down to 6:18 to go in the second period. It remains Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. John McCarron with a hip check from Hayden Shaw. Textbook hip check from Shaw as the Icemen have the puck in their own end. It's Fortier on a double team, but deftly moves it to Shaw, who clears it ahead for Lancet. Deflecting it into the Everblade zone. Masella tries to clear, gets it by Fortier. In the neutral zone, Lancet tries to knock it further in. Florida has it once more. It's Logan Rowe on the left side. Headmanning it for Thompson. Tried to deflect in, missed it, and it's icing against the Everblades. 5:45 to go, and now we're seeing another dimension of Hayden Shaw's game. What a perfect hip check that was.
That was, and it just seems like every game he brings something new to the table that he's just now I think he's just getting acclimated out at this pro level. It's starting to fit him, and like I said, a great play there, and that's what you got to do on John McCarron. You got to use the body, you got to frustrate him. I mean, he's an unbelievable playoff performer. You just got to make it difficult for him, and that's a good start in the right direction there. A good clean hit there by Hayden Shaw on the top goal getter here for this Everblades club.
Jacksonville with some offensive zone possession time here. Uchin plays it off the end boards. Coming in is Cedar home. We've got a whistle and a penalty. Going to be on Jacksonville for high sticking. 5:28 to go in the second period. Waiting to see who it's on. I believe it is on Cam Critchlow. Either way, it's a power play for Florida when we come back. Your score with 5:28 to go in the second, Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik, rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Second consecutive power play coming up for the Everblades. Jacksonville just had a great penalty kill just moments ago, but they're going to have to do it all over again if they want to contain this lead. Everblades win the draw as well. It's Downing at the left point. McLeese defends on him. Cedar home now gets the puck loose for McLeese, who will drive it off the wall and out. Newbury hustles. He's going to force Helvig to make the play himself with the goaltender stick. Playing it off the end boards, and Newbury fighting for the puck against Matt Finn this time. Looking for possession, if nothing else, killing a few more seconds off this clock. Florida finally gains control behind their own net. It is Downing right up the middle, feeding to the left for Winicky. He'll softly move it in behind the net of Bairden. Critchlow tries to knock it free, loose behind the net. Bairden trying to cover it up. It's held away by Florida. They'll keep it in. Finn looking for Winicky, closes, fires, deflected by Cedarholm, goes into the opposite corner. Florida gets it to the blue line. They will hold in. Cross ice look for Finn, looking into the slot for Winicky, but it was too hot to handle. Everblades get it right back. Good possession time from Florida. Downing with a wrister, goes just wide to the short side, ends up off the end boards and behind the net. Winicky tries to knock it free. 2-on-2 around the boards we go. Downing once more holds in for the Everblades. Sharp angle shot. Bairden is there to stand it up against the short side post. Fowley off glass and out of play, out of the zone. Excellent work there from Jacksonville. A lot of pressure, but they stuck with it and stayed very poised in a difficult situation. 36 seconds to go on the man advantage. Florida had the puck in the zone for well over a minute there on the power play as Rowe gets it right back in. Left circle, it's John McCarron, their team captain. McCarron with a snapshot. Bairden is there. He will cover it, trapping it up against his right shoulder and keeping it in his catching glove. 24 seconds to go on the power play, and yet another superb penalty kill with a little time to go on it.
Yeah, I mean, the Everblades are working the puck around, but they're not getting a lot of shots off. They did there on that last chance, but that's just because the Icemen in good positioning, getting the stick lanes there, applying the pressure when needed. But again, Florida controlling the zone all right, but when they've needed the saves here, Barrett's been able to make it. That was kind of a tricky little shot there. Barrett, you could tell, had to adjust and kind of hit that one off the shoulder and drop it in his glove.
A little onset on the faceoff. Florida wins another one. Rowe, top of the right circle, steps away from Rabbit, closes into the corner right side. Coming to the half wall now is Logan Rowe, still looking for a teammate. Dropping it back, swept away by Rabbit, but not cleared. John McCarron will reverse it. Far side wall for Alex Tonj to the blue line, stolen by Jacksonville. It's Rabbit who will softly move it out of the zone, and that will do it. Out of the penalty box is Jake Randolph. He was the one who had that penalty, and we are at full strength once more. Puck is in the neutral zone. Randolph looks for a steal. Can't get it loose just yet, but the Icemen get it right back, and it's Critchlow this time. Backhanding in as Uchin chases after. To the right of Jeremy Helvig. Randolph looking for some loose change. From one knee, tries to drop it back to the blue line. McCarron is there ahead of him. Critchlow holds it in briefly. Now it's Patrick McCarron for Florida, who will knock it free for Logan Rowe. Rowe forehanding it in. Bairden quickly out of his net to play it. Excellent work there from Mikhail Bairden, who will flip it to his left for Woods. Headman pass for Critchlow. He'll chip it off glass and out. Big hit there from Arnold, and Critchlow is slow to get up. We've got an icing call. Critchlow up on his feet, and I'm glad to see that he is okay because he got crunched.
Yeah, he did there. Arnold, they're throwing the body on him, and Critchlow, you said, just a little shaken up after that hit. It was hard. It was thunderous there anytime along the boards. It cannot feel good, but seems to be a little bit feeling it, but he can't get off the ice right now because of the icing whistle's got to stay out there for this draw.
And take the draw at that. This is a critical face-off. Puck is down, still waiting to see who gets the handle to it. It is the Everblades. Michael Neville to the blue line, poke checked away by Randolph, but not cleared yet. Masella on his backhand, left wing circle. Closes behind the net, looks for a potential teammate to pass to in the slot. Goes all the way to the blue line for Perkovic. Winds and fires. Bairden with the save. Rebound for Critchlow. He's got a four-man rush if he wants it, but they just need a line change. Critchlow just shovels it high into the air. Jacksonville trying to get on the ice quickly on a line change. Florida right back into the zone. Arnold risks one well wide. Now it's the Everblades who want to change as Perkovic plays it behind the Jacksonville net. Thompson against McLeese. Knocked free by Shaw. Newbury can't clear yet. At the blue line, Platzer holds in. Drop pass for Finn. Looking for a shot pass for Bykoff, but he couldn't get it away. Puck bounces up into the air. Newbury got hit from behind. Penalty coming on Florida. This will be a power play for the Icemen. Unless Jacksonville evens it up, this is where the Icemen have to be at their most disciplined here. The referee watching the play in the foreground did not call that. It was the trailing official who made that call, and I credit it. It's a cross-check all the way. Hard to argue that call, and the Icemen now on the man advantage, just their second one tonight.
Yeah, it was just Tommy Thompson. He's a spirited guy, plays physical, he hustles. Just one of those grinder-type guys. Just got a little bit too carried away there on the hit along the boards, and it does result in that power play opportunity. And you know, this period's tight, and you look at it right now, shots 14-1. Florida's out shooting the Icemen here in this period. So this is a chance right now for Jacksonville. Try to get something going offensively here as they still hold on to this lead.
Man, what a lift it would be if Jacksonville can connect on this power play. Outshot to that kind of advantage or disadvantage, just depending on how you look at it. No scoring in this period yet. Jacksonville's still in the lead. And with just under 2 minutes to go, the Icemen have an opportunity for a late period goal to get some extra momentum going into the locker room. They'll have the puck behind their own net. We're already almost 30 seconds gone by on this power play. It's Mingo for Jacksonville. To the red line, drop pass for Rabbit. He'll stick handle into the zone. To the right for a low onset, around the wall and behind the net. Stolen by Florida and cleared out. Not much doing on this power play just yet as Bairden taps it into the corner for Mingo. Line change for the Icemen. Now our final minute of play in the second period. The Icemen will have this power play for the remainder of this period unless they score. It's Newbury over the blue line. Offside will be called. 50 seconds to go on the power play. At the minimum, I'd like to see Jacksonville get some offensive zone time on this power play, something that they have had very little of in this second period.
Yeah, very little, as we mentioned. Yeah, the shots, it wasn't updated when I last, it's 15-1, so it's worse than we thought in that regard. But Florida's come out, they put some great pressure all throughout the period. The Icemen have been able to survive that here, but now with the power play right now, they can close out the period. Boy, what a goal, what this would do for this building, for this team going into the third if they could pop one in. But right now, the Florida penalty kill has been very stingy here throughout this series and here right now tonight.
4 forwards with Hayden Shaw for the Icemen, just 40 seconds to go in the period. It is Shaw, stick handling through center. Gets it to center ice. He'll carry it over the blue line onside. Randolph goes wing to wing from McLeese, and Jacksonville does get it into the zone. McLeese right circle, 26 seconds to go in the period. Shaw with a touch pass for Fortier, left circle. Throws it in front, it's deflected by Downing. Downing attempting to clear with the help of Arnold. They still can't get it out. Bouncing puck for Wade. Wade to the blue line, Newbury holds it in. Centering feed, Randolph cannot get there. Florida skates out, shorthanded with 10 seconds to go. Wade will wrist it around the boards into the Jacksonville zone. 5 seconds left, that should just about do it. Fortier from his own blue line will not bother with a shot, and that ends the second period of play. The Icemen will have 9 seconds on a power play when the third period begins. Not much to really talk about in that situation. And despite being outshot 15-1 in the second period, 25-9 overall, that doesn't matter. It's 2-1 Jacksonville after 2.
You know, we're sitting here, we've been saying it all series long that the Icemen, they've got to generate more opportunities. Back to 2 games in a row, they were held to 19 shots. Now they're held to 9 through 40 minutes of play. And then, of course, only 23 shots in game 1. So we're telling them, hey, you guys got to get more opportunities. But the opportunities they're getting, they are being opportunistic themselves. And right now they have the lead going into the third. Once again, for the third time in this series, they're taking the lead into the third period. So, this is a team that is getting it done the hard way here. But you're right. Hats off to Florida. They've really, locked down defensively here and keeping the Icemen from getting any kind of rhythm or flow offensively. So it's a good thing the Icemen had that really good first period.
No doubt.
And it's a good thing they have Michael Baird in net, who stopped all 15 shots faced in that period.
Yeah, he has been brilliant thus far. Jacksonville, you mentioned it, they've had the lead after 2 periods of play. 3 of the 4 games in this series, all 3 times the identical score. 2-1 Jacksonville after 2 periods
Wow,
of
it's a
play.
good point. Yeah, really.
We'll take a quick break and return in just a moment. More with Alex Reed and myself. We'll also go through the ECHL scoreboard. 7 games around the docket tonight in the semifinal round of our divisional playoff in the Kelly Cup playoffs. We'll return in just a moment. Through 2 periods, it's Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv. Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider. Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and a lace provider. In Glasgow, the official puck provider. Warrior, the official protective wear provider. And the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Player save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
After 2 periods of play, the Jacksonville Icemen still nursing this 2-1 lead over the Florida Everblades, despite being outshot 15-1 in the second period. Arlie Johnson with Alex Reed. Reader, this is a low shot total, I believe, all time for a period for Jacksonville, if memory serves me correctly. But you know what? Unscathed. Wipe it clean. Time to dry off in the locker room and just regroup again.
Yeah, I mean, and it's incredible, really. And obviously having the good goaltending back there helps. But everyone on the ice is given that hard effort there. You can see the guys going hard. They're making it difficult. But it's kind of seemed it's been a little bit of a theme throughout the entire series. There's just been a lot of lapses there where you kind of felt like the Icemen were just hanging on, and just really can't get any consistency from an offensive standpoint. Now, some of that obviously is the good play that Florida can play. They can play very defensively, and it's not. I don't think you saw a lot of that maybe in the regular season. You probably did, but they were also took a little bit more chances. I think Florida's kind of playing a little bit more defensive mind first, letting their opportunities open up, and they're getting them obviously with the 15 shots, and then only holding the Icemen to that one. I mean, the Icemen are through 40 minutes of play. They have 9 shots on net, but yet they still have the lead going into the third. It's incredible, and this is the way they've been doing it the entire series.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that second period was reminiscent of what I would say is common is maybe too strong a word, but a third period that we have seen before, let's say on a few occasions between these two particular clubs.
Right.
When Jacksonville has had the lead, tried to preserve, sometimes able to hold on. At home, they've been able to hold on. On the road, different story. And, I wonder if the same holds true tonight. I guess that's what the Icemen maybe are banking on this evening.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. We talked about it earlier in the last intermission, how good the Everblades are in the third period. So that's what's scary. That's what's looming ahead here for everyone in the building and for the guys in the locker room. That Florida's definitely been a third period team. They've outscored the Icemen 5-2 here in the series in that third period. So, it is time. This the second period traditionally had been the Icemen's period. So it didn't go well for them. Now they can try to say, okay, let's regroup. We know that we got to bring it out here. They can come out with the same intensity they did in the first period and really kind of stymie Florida, make it a little bit difficult, and then obviously try to get the next goal in this game, which is going to be key, whichever way it goes. I mean, I'm speaking the obvious there, but just the way that the series is translated, I think there's no truer statement right now than that. This next goal is going to be big.
Yeah, and for the Icemen, I think for their perspective from the locker room is, look, guys, first 3 games, we've had one period where they have controlled the game. They've controlled the pace. That just happened.
Yeah.
Do not let that happen again in the
Correct.
third period. We need to be the ones that set the tempo.
Yeah, there's a lot of lessons you can learn in those types of situations or failures, as you want to say. I mean, again, just a tough period in general. So we'll see what happens with this Jacksonville club coming out. Coach Christie, if there's a guy out there with his experience, he can get the guys back on track here. Tell them, maybe they can make some adjustments, but it was just a very quick moving but quiet period there for the Icemen from an offensive standpoint. Just night and day difference what we saw in the first period when you just kind of felt the urgency there and the rush in the zone. So it's just time to get back on track for them and get some energy back in the building here. And boy, the third period, it's going to be fun.
Well, the best news of all right now, Jacksonville does still have the lead. Remember, they jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the opening 10 minutes of the game. Goals from Max Fortier and Cam McLeese. They're still hanging on to that lead. It's now 2-1 at this point, 20 minutes to go. We'll take another break and return to the ECHL scoreboard, get you up to speed on what is going around in the divisional semifinals in the Kelly Cup playoffs. It's 2-1 Jacksonville after 2. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. The game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
After 2 periods of play here at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, it's a 2-1 lead for the Jacksonville Icemen after 2, despite being outshot 25-9 thus far. Arlie Johnson joined by Alex Reed, your broadcast team for the Icemen. Let's go to the ECHL scoreboard. 7 of a possible 8 games tonight, Reader. And let's start with the other South Division semifinal. The South Carolina Stingrays hosting the Orlando Solar Bears tonight. South Carolina took a 1-0 advantage in that series, but since then, it's been all Orlando, and it's all Orlando tonight as well.
Yeah, Orlando, we saw that. We thought that they were one of those teams that, could be wreak havoc there in the South. And then he got a great addition in Hunter Fejas. He made an immediate impact there the other night in Game 3 of the series, getting the game winner in double overtime and also had a goal earlier in the game. He was one of those guys that, while the Icemen received reinforcements from Manitoba, Fejas was the reinforcement from Manitoba for Orlando. He's a big-time playmaker, big-time performer. So I think he's kind of got them back on track. He's been a huge support here. And Orlando getting back on track after, kind of a tough start to their series, getting shut out in the first game. But this is a team that we thought could make some noise in the South Division, and whoever they end up facing, whether it be the Icemen or the Everblades, is going to have their hands full if they do indeed advance. But right now they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, up 3-0 the Solar Bears are in South Carolina in their game tonight. That's after 2 periods of play. They already lead that series by a count of 2-1. Game 5 will be in South Carolina tomorrow night, and the Solar Bears, if they hold on tonight, they'll be looking to finish that series as early as tomorrow night. To the North Division, where the only possibility of a sweep in the entire playoffs is actually with a lower seed. It's the 3rd seed Manchester Monarchs. They have a 3-0 series advantage over the Adirondack Thunder, and they also have the lead tonight, 3-1 over the number 2 seed Adirondack Thunder. Manchester, great work from them as they look to close out that series in 4 straight. Also, the other North Division matchup not in action tonight. That's Brampton and Newfoundland. Brampton winning last night to stay in that series. Newfoundland still leads that one by a count of 3-1. Moving to the Central Division, we've got the Fort Wayne Comets hosting the Toledo Walleye. Fort Wayne losing that series thus far 2-1, but all 3 games have been won by the home team, just as it has been here late in the first period. Toledo, the road team tonight, they have a 1-0 lead as they go into the closing moments of the first period there. To Kalamazoo, where the Kalamazoo Wings hosting the Cincinnati Cyclones. Cincinnati with the best overall regular season record in the ECHL. They lead the series 2-1. They lead tonight's game 2-1 as well. And to the Mountain Division, just underway, or actually I should say through 1 period of play, the Kansas City Mavericks, they're the number 4 seed, but they have the advantage in this series, 2-1 over the Tulsa Oilers. Game 4 in Kansas City, and it's the Mavericks on top there as well, 1-0 after 1 period of play. Finally, yet to drop the puck from Salt Lake City, the Utah Grizzlies hosting the Idaho Steelheads. Idaho, the higher seed, and they have a 2-1 advantage in that best-of-7 series. Florida coming back out on the ice right now, led by Jeremy Helvig. We're going to have a little bit of a, what do we call a rally video here, I guess.
Yeah, a little pump-up video here for the third and get everybody psyched up here. And, this is a big period, as we, no doubt about it, third period in any playoff game, but certainly with a 2-1 game, 1-goal affair here. It's been tight the majority of the series here. And for the Icemen, we talked about it, they got to try to rival more than 1 shot on net here in the period. And they'll need to come out with that same intensity. Maybe it's the direction they were going. I don't know. They're going to be going back from left to right, which they were in the first. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But it's one of those things right now where fans, they need to get on their feet here, make a little noise. There's some lightsabers that are glowing here. Now they got the lights out. A nice little giveaway here by the Iceman front office. And that looks really cool, not to mention with the video and the pump-up music. It's playoff hockey in a third period coming up, and a lot riding on the line here in this series. It's the key game. We talked about it. We could have a tie series going into a pivotal Game 5 here in Jacksonville tomorrow, or the Icemen are going to be in a hole having to win 3 straight against a very good Florida Everblades club.
And we're ready for the third period of play. If you're listening here in the arena, man, if the Icemen ever need you, they need you right now to try and carry Jacksonville to another victory here at home, trying to even up this series. And don't forget, Game 5 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, regardless of the outcome of this one tonight. We will be right back here tomorrow night for the 3rd home game in 3 nights and a pivotal Game 5 of this best-of-7 series. Of course, Jacksonville hoping that they can go into that game with a possibility of taking the lead in this best-of-7 series. And man, would that send shockwaves throughout the entire ECHL.
It certainly would, no doubt. This would be one of those things that could be a situation where eyebrows being raised, they would be probably at the very top there of the forehead. This is something that, this time of year is so fun though, Arlie, and there's so many storylines that come of it. That would certainly be one that would get people, rally behind, and people would be really excited about. And we'll see what shakes loose here.
If you want to go to the National Hockey League and the shockwaves that were sent by the Columbus Blue Jackets beating the Tampa Bay Lightning in 4 straight, just to add a little bit of extra flavor to this, Columbus had 30 fewer points than Tampa Bay in the regular season. That is the exact same number that Jacksonville had fewer than Florida in the regular season, exactly 30 points fewer.
Wow.
As we are back to play, it is a power play just expiring now for the Icemen. Teams skate at 5-on-5, but the Icemen are into the zone. Lalonde set with a wrist shot towards goal that is deflected into the corner. Florida plays it to an open side for Matt Finn, and the Everblades carefully out of their own zone. They'll redirect it into Bairden, who may have broken his stick again. It's the second time he's broken his stick in consecutive nights on a clearing attempt. So he's got another defenseman stick, and let's hope that this doesn't cost them. It certainly did not cost them last time. We'll play on. I think the Icemen actually might have been better served with an icing call there. But they will wave off the icing, and we will play on.
And the last time this happened, the play went on consecutively for 3 or 4 minutes.
At least.
With him having to hold that defenseman stick in his hand.
Mingo now clears it out. This one will be icing. I have no problem with that decision for Dejan Mingo. And the faceoff will be in the Jacksonville zone, just over a minute gone by in this third period. I don't know if I've seen that 2 times in my life. And we just saw it twice in 24 hours.
Yeah, it did, and it was a similar type play, just him trying to move the puck this almost exactly the same fashion. Stick broke there and it just failed him, and he had to abandon it though, but the Iceman immediately giving him the defenseman stick, so he has something. But in a tight game like this early in the period, it was kind of a smart icing whistle there just to get him a stick back.
Florida wins the draw, and Bairden made that save, I think, right off his goaltender's mask. May have been deflected along the way. Comes behind the net, Bairden trying to keep it away from Blake Winicky, and he does so successfully for Mingo. Mingo carries up the right wing side. He is double teamed and loses it. Trips a man down. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. Delayed call. There's your touch up. And a power play for the Everblades on the trip from Dejan Mingo. Hard to argue it. And the Icemen will be on the absolute bail bonds penalty kill yet again. This is not where they want to be.
No, it's not. And that was another situation. Sloppy with the puck there at the blue line, and it would have been a 2-on-1 rush there led by Auger. So, Mingo got in there and got the stick down on him. And, the worst part about too, you lose one of your good penalty kill guys there. Mingo's usually active in there on the PK. So, that's kind of a double-edged sword here for Jacksonville in this situation, and a key penalty kill here early in the third.
So the Icemen will have to rely on what was the best penalty kill in the entire league in the regular season. Florida, however, has 3 power play goals in this series, 3 for 10 overall. 3 for 11, let me take that back, 3 for 11. Jacksonville wins this draw. They will clear it back behind the Everblade net. Cam Critchlow and Cody Fowley are your forecheckers. Remember, it would normally be Critchlow and Garrett Hunt, but Hunt suspended and out of action for the remainder of this series. Should also mention that Florida is without their leading scorer, Joe Cox, because of a boarding call on Hunt against Cox. So they are both out for at least this weekend in Cox's situation, and in the case of Garrett Hunt, for this entire series. Florida brings it into the Jacksonville zone. It goes behind the Icemen net. Bairden will tap it loose, looking for Detzel. Up the wall, but not out yet. Detzel gets it again. Rabbit on his backhand, still can't clear it. The Icemen continue to chop away at it. Detzel takes the man down. Still, Jacksonville cannot clear. Florida's doing a great job keeping it moving along the boards. Rabbit knocks it loose, still not out. Downing holds it in. Bouncing puck for Matt Finn, shot towards goal. Steered aside by Bairden, comes to the far boards for Lalonde, finally backhanding it out to center, but just over the blue line. Downing gets drilled by Detzel. Seems like every time I look up, Detzel is hammering somebody against the glass, and Bairden will do the clear himself. He'll take the honors. Back behind the Everblade net, 35 seconds to go on the power play. Patrick McCarron with Newbury right on his hip. Drop pass, can Newbury get it? Yes, and he'll tap it right back into the Everblade zone. And Thompson got a stick up high on Randolph undetected. The Everblades get it back with 21 seconds to go on their power play. Patrick McCarron with a drop pass for Thompson. To the right, it's Tanj. Over the blue line and into an open corner. Cederholm and Thompson tangle for it along the wall. Cederholm takes the body, allowing Critchlow to attempt to clear. Rowe holds it in. Team's about to return to full strength as Cederholm looks to clear it away. There's something down on the ice. I can't tell what it is, as Cederholm is just standing on the puck right now. Not sure what it is, but there's something loose as Bairden gets taken down and a penalty coming. It's going to be on Florida. Tommy Thompson is protesting, saying he was pushed into Mikhail Bairden, and now Thompson wants a piece of Jacob Cederholm. But the referee, Andrew Wilk, will have nothing with that protest. And Thompson is beside himself as he goes to the box.
Well, he definitely bowled over Bairden there. He was trying to argue he was pushed into the goaltender there, but the referee seeing it otherwise. And it's coming right after the penalty to the Icemen came to a close. Good penalty kill, by the way, by Jacksonville.
Yes.
Florida never really got comfortable or set up in that opportunity there. They got some debris that came out of the ice. It looks like it potentially could be one of those clips that goes there and divides the glass, keeps the glass stabilized at the top. But a power play here for the Icemen and an opportunity, Harley, to try to get something offensively here.
Man, could they use an insurance goal in this one against a high-powered Florida offense. Taking the draw for Jacksonville, Wasey Rabbit with Cody Fowley and Chris Lalonde set up front. It's Mingo with a wrist shot and a screen. Save is made. Rebound for Woods. One-timer deflects wide. Lalonde set holds in for Fowley. Turns in front. Forehand off the crossbar and it stays out. Mingo holds it in. Excellent start to this power play. Fowley behind the Everblade net. Goes to the half wall for Lalonde set. Left circle. Into the slot. It's Fowley all alone and he drives it wide. Caroming all the way to the blue line, Mingo holds in. Reversing it all the way to the left point for Woods. Woods for Lalonde set. Goes down low for Rabbit. To the blue line, it's Mingo. Mingo cross ice for Woods. Left point. Drives it off the backboards. Trying to get it to Karam back into the slot. Fowley gets it back. Centering feed, stolen and cleared. What a great power play. Cody Fowley with not one but two glittering opportunities there.
Yeah, two great chances there. He tried to get the pass. Rabbit was wide open at the circle. He tried to backhand that one across to him, but didn't get much on it. And Florida was easily able to steal it away and clear it down.
Jacksonville right back into the zone with 53 seconds to go on the power play. Florida with a steal and clear right back out to center ice. Cody Fowley remains a little bit snake bit offensively, but certainly not for a lack of effort. He was the best forward on that power play, just could not find a way to get by Jeremy Helvig, or in one case, the crossbar. Jacksonville in the neutral zone. Newbury gets it over the blue line, but immediately stolen and cleared out. Having trouble just gaining the line. 25 seconds remain on this power play. Jacksonville on their third power play attempt. It's Hayden Shaw dropping it for Newbury at center ice. Over the blue line, flip pass knocked away and cleared again by Florida. And that will just about do it. 9 seconds to go on the power play. It's Bairden behind his own net. Playing it up the wall all the way to the blue line from McLeese. Cross ice look for Cederholm. Cederholm tries to forehand in. It's bottled up at the line by Wade and cleared out. We are at full strength. Bairden, look out. He fanned on his clearing attempt. And fortunately, his teammate Justin Woods is there to clean it up. Getting it over the line for Uchin. Forehand is blocked in front. Uchin gets it back to the blue line for Cederholm. Cross ice look, it is Woods. Drives and fires. Deflected behind the net. Ladd hustling in to hold it in the zone. Trying to clear out his Perkovic, but Critchlow holds it in. Bouncing puck, Uchin fights for it. Swept out of the zone by the Everblades. The Icemen from center ice. Cederholm forehanding into the zone. Helvig will leave it for Finn. A near steal from Uchin. Lalonde set is there with the help of Uchin. They do get it loose briefly. Ladd tries to get the shot away, but it's taken away from him right off of his stick blade. And the Everblades bring it back to the Jacksonville end. 13:26 to go in the third period. It remains Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. It's been that way since the first period, as we've got a stoppage in play, icing against the Everblades with 13:20 to go. Jacksonville took a 2-0 lead in the first 10 minutes of the game. Goals from Max Fortier, set up by Cam McLeese and Chris Newbury. Then it was McLeese from Fortier and Newbury. Florida responded on a goal from Michael Downing, again with all of those tallies in the first period. Nothing doing since then. as the Icemen try to pound on the door of Jeremy Helvig. They have looked much better offensively. Granted, they've had a power play to help them out here, but just having some offensive zone puck time really has been important, as Rabbit gets a shot away and a save by Helvig. So they're starting to pepper the net a little bit more now, too.
Yeah, that was the second shot on net. So already the Icemen have surpassed their total from the second period. But I think that power play gave the Icemen just a little bit of mojo again there offensively, get them some confidence, a little bit of experience that they haven't had a little bit here in that second period, moving the puck around, getting some chances, and they kind of built off that when the power play came to an end, and we saw it right there. And now they've got 2 shots on net here in the period, and both teams with a pair here in the third.
13-14 to go in the third. We'll take a very quick break. It is Jacksonville 2, Florida 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Back at the Jacksonville VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, Arlie Johnson joined by Alex Reed tonight for the broadcast. Jacksonville in Game 4 of this South Division semifinal in the Kelly Cup playoffs. They trail the series 2-1, but they lead Game 4 by a score of 2-1, looking to draw even in this series. Faceoff will be to Helvig's left. Lalonset at center. Rabbit in the slot. Fowley along the boards to the right. Jacksonville wins the draw. It's Fowley skating to the far half wall. Tries to kick it loose for Lalonset. 2-on-2 along the boards. Florida digs it free. It's John McCarron dropping it behind his net for Logan Rowe. Off the wall, held in briefly by Cedar Home, but can't keep it in the zone. Lalonset knocks it loose. It's Rabbit for Fowley over the line with Rabbit. Pass intended for Rabbit, knocked away, cleared out by Florida. Could be icing, will be icing. As Woods is there for the hustle. Aside from Jacksonville playing better offensively, there's only 12:46 to go. Sometimes the best defense is just a good offense, and just keeping it away from Mikhail Bairden. Maybe Jacksonville they've actually had a couple of grade A opportunities, but more important than that, Mikhail Bairden really hasn't been tested much as of yet.
Yeah, you're right about that, and that's one of those things. When you looked at the last period, we've already had a couple icings from Florida. We didn't see that in the second period, and we haven't seen a lot of offensive zone draws here. And the Icemen have been winning the faceoffs here in the offensive zone. That's something that's kind of turned from the first period as well.
And the Icemen get another shot on goal right off the draw there. A deflected shot from Cam McLeese. Helvig made the save. Florida clears back into the Jacksonville end. Bairden tries to play it around the wall and out, and does so. He got it just by Logan Rowe. Everblades drop it back in, but the Icemen in control. It's Shaw, D-to-D for Mingo. Headmanning it for McLeese, who deflects in behind Helvig. Helvig leaving the puck for Downing. Downing up ahead for Alex Tonge. To the right side, over the blue line, onside, Florida, and a save by Bairden. Rebound, Perkovic's shot, that is blocked. Another save by Bairden. Another centering feed from Florida. Swept away by Jacksonville, but not cleared yet, but the Icemen get it right back. Here comes Cam Critchlow starting a 3-man attack. Oh, he got hit up high, right up in the head by Downing, and Cale Detzel's gonna go after Michael Downing, and they are going toe-to-toe, and Detzel is all over Michael Downing. Critchlow somehow up on his knees right now as he took a elbow way up high in the face. Detzel responds, waiting to see if this is going to be a 5-minute major and a game misconduct to Michael Downing. Critchlow up on his feet, Scooter McQuay tending to him as they go to the locker room together. With 11:49 to go in the third period, Critchlow somehow, under his own power, heads to the locker room. And Detzel, stand-up job there defending his teammate, went right after Michael Downing. And I can't wait to see what your referees Andrew Wilk and Alex Garon have to say about this one.
Yeah, it's a big call right now, really from the referee standpoint. You make it a 2, is it a 5? It should be what it's worth, but they're showing the replay up on the board here, and boy, I mean it was high, and it was, he took a run at him a little bit there and lifted it. It'd be interesting to see what they put up here, but it also a situation where a lot riding on this call because, this is a tight game in the playoffs. We'll see what the official callers, they haven't put anything up here at the moment. Critchlow was able to get up, though, but he had to go right to the locker room there with the trainer. And, of course, Detzel, who's had a pretty strong game, throwing some big hits here. Great to see him coming to the defense of his teammate. And it is a 5-minute major up on the board. And here is an opportunity the Icemen have been waiting for.
I'll tell you what, 5-minute major to Michael Downing. I would have been shocked if it was anything other than 5 minutes. The only thing I was waiting to see if there was a potential instigator to Detzel on the fight.
But it seemed to be pretty
square. I think it was pretty square as well. The officials thought exactly the same way as we did. And Michael Downing is going to head to the locker room with a game misconduct. And I wonder if we see him for the remainder of the weekend. Remember, the precedent has been set in this playoff series. Garrett Hunt, a 5-game suspension for a boarding call. This was just as nasty. Clear-cut contact to the head of Cam Critchlow, and you know they're going to be looking at that in Princeton, New Jersey.
Yeah, well, the disappointing part about the hit there from Downing was he could have just leveled him without having to get up high, and it probably would have been just as effective, and it would have been a clean hit, no penalty, and he wouldn't be thrown out of this game. But right there, he did come up high at that elbow and definitely clipped the head, snapped it back, and clotheslined Cameron Critchlow here. So looks as if Downing's night comes to a close as he gets the gate. And here we go, the 5-minute major penalty up on the board, and a 2-1 game. The Icemen have to take advantage. They can't let this be one of those opportunities that they wish they got back again later.
Serving the time is Alex Tonge. Jacksonville already on top 2-1. Man, do they need this insurance goal here. Remember, if the Icemen score, because it's a major penalty, they will stay on the power play regardless of how many goals they can score. And the Icemen win the draw. Wrist shot towards net. It is blocked and cleared away by McCarron. And the Icemen will have to start this man advantage back in their own zone. 11:33 to go in the game. Not quite half of what's left in this contest will be a power play for Jacksonville, assuming they stay disciplined, which is also a key here. Florida clears the zone once more. And the Icemen will have to go back behind their own net. Bairden leaving it for Mingo. Still plenty of time on this power play, but you want to make the most of it. Mingo from center ice with a drop pass for Rabbit. The Icemen have had trouble gaining the blue line, but they get it here. It's Lalonde set for Rabbit, and the Icemen will set up shop. Rabbit in the right wing corner. Tries to feed it to the right point for Mingo. Mingo with a wrister in a screen. Save is made. Rebound just poked away from Lalonde set at the last moment. Held in by the Icemen, however. Lalonde set poking it loose. Arnold tries to clear. Rabbit stands him up. Pinned up along the wall. The Everblades get it. Wade will clear it 200 feet.
Oh, the puck just did not cooperate there for Lalonde set. He would have had an open look on. The net was open there too, but a wide open chance. Just didn't cooperate there. It was that close.
3:41 to go in the third period. Shaw's pass is deflected. It's going to be an offside call against Jacksonville. One thing that I do want to warn the Icemen about is you got to score in this power play, not just for the insurance, but because of the momentum swing. If Florida can kill off 5 minutes here, then they've got about 6 minutes and change left where they are feeling good about themselves, staying just within one goal, and you can get a huge lift off killing a 5-minute major.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum will be, it's going to be a huge swing here. Of course, Icemen can get in, get a goal, get the crowd going, and get a little bit of breathing room here. But for Florida, it would fire them up saying, hey, this is our game to take right now. We did our job here. Now it's time to go tie the game up.
The Icemen in their own end will start the rush. Hayden Shaw, drop pass for Max Fortier, who has a goal and an assist tonight. Over the blue line for McLeese. Around the wall, it's Fortier all the way to Randolph. Tries to tap it back to Shaw, but it's stolen. And skating with it for the Everblades is Michael Neville, poking it back behind the Jacksonville net. Bairden leaving it for McLeese. McLeese for Hayden Shaw. Let's go Icemen, the chant from the crowd here with just under 3 minutes to go on this power play. Chris Newbury feeds it to the right for McLeese. In front, it's Newbury looking for Fortier. Fortier behind the Everblade net. Stood up there by Wade, tapping it loose for Rowe. Rowe on his forehand to the blue line, held in. Newbury, slap shot, deflected, just wide on the deflection. It went through the legs of Helvig and Karam just wide of the post. Everblades get it right back. They're skating 2-on-2 short-handed. Forehand is blocked in front. Bairden trying to cover it up, and he is able to do so with a couple of Everblades on the doorstep. Chances for both teams there, but the better chance without question was from Jacksonville, as a drive from the blue line was deflected through the legs of Helvig and just wide of the post.
Oh, through the legs, right in the middle of the blue paint too, and it just trickled wide, and that's just how close it is sometimes. And That's what makes the game so great, Harley, that it's a game of inches, and that was the case right there. As that one got through, and it would have been a goal that would have ignited this building. Instead, it just went wide. Helvig got a piece of it, though, on the inside, but it got through. And now a face-off in the offensive zone for the Everblades. And that's where exactly they want to be taking the draw down a man on the penalty kill.
The Icemen are halfway through this major power play, looking to get some insurance, but the Everblades win the draw. They're going to move with it shorthanded. Patrick McCarron behind the Icemen net. Bairden will tap it to the left side for Wasey Rabbit. Rabbit behind his net, looking for Cody Fowley, and the Icemen will try again. It's Fowley to the left for Rabbit. Over the blue line onside, tossing it around the net, looking for Fowley in the right wing corner. It's Lalonset to the blue line for Mingo. Cross ice, just holding it into Shaw. A wrist shot is deflected wide by Rabbit. Rabbit leaving it for Fowley. Tries to play it indirectly to Lalonset to the near side half boards. Lalonset, cross ice, it is Woods, wrist shot, may have grazed the outside of the post and it stays out, and Florida will clear. Woods with a screen in front, tried to go stick side on Helvig. Couldn't quite get it on frame. 1:35 to go on this power play, 8:22 to go in the third period. Jacksonville still leads 2-1. It's Newbury for the Icemen. His pass is deflected and it goes all the way out to center ice. McLeese right back into the zone. Cross ice for Newbury. Shot in the screen. Score! Power play goal for Chris Newbury, who celebrates right in front of the Everblade bench. 3-1 Icemen.
Yeah, Newberry's there saying that one was for Crit. She was fired up. And of all the opportunities they had on this power play, it was the one from the outside that beat Helvig. But the veteran Newberry comes in and able to beat him cleanly there. Hard to see if there's any kind of hit in front. Shaw was there. But
it was a perfect moving screen from Hayden Shaw.
It was a screen, so yeah, Helvig never even saw it.
Newbury on a snapshot from about 50 feet away, connects on the power play goal in 11:53 of the third period. The Icemen still on the power play, remember, for another minute 18, so they may not be done yet. And that's a great observation from you. The celebration was almost like that's for you, Critch. Here's Matt Schultz with your goal call.
On the total air care power play by Chris Newberry. Assisted by number 8, Cam McLeese, and by number 64, Hayden Shaw. Tally goal at 11 minutes, 53 seconds, third period.
Still a power play for Jacksonville. They have the puck in the offensive end. It's McLeese behind the net for Randolph. It jumps off of his stick. Finn tries to clear it away. Fortier holds it in. Randolph looks to center, trying to find McLeese. Couldn't get it there. Newbury, with the help of McLeese, they'll hold in. Cross ice look, it's Fortier. Winds, cross ice again for Newbury. 37 seconds to go on the power play. Fortier throws it for Newbury. It's deflected, but not out. Newbury holds in for Shaw. Shaw back for Newbury at the top of the right circle. Holds his shot, takes the shot, deflected, save is made. Rebound for Florida. McCarron will clear it out. Just 19 seconds to go on the power play now. Jacksonville on top, 3-1. The Icemen with one final rush on the power play, but Newbury loses the handle. The Everblades will skate 2-on-2 shorthanded. Platzer into the slot, shot is deflected out of play by Jacob Cedarholm. With 5 seconds to go on the power play and 6:54 to go in the third period.
Well, the Icemen had to get one goal. I mean, you can score as many as you can in that 5-minute span, but they had to get the one, seize the opportunity. They've done so right now. It's a 3-1 lead, but still 6:54 to go, as you say. You know that the Everblades are going to come out with an all-out assault. But again, the Icemen, hey, they did what they had to do there. They got that goal there just to give them, I don't want to say almost insurance, but just breathing room. I don't think much of us were breathing too much here in this building, and it all let out there when Newbury made that shot.
Face off in the Icemen zone. Jacksonville controls. Teams are now at full strength. Alex Tonge out of the penalty box. Jacksonville does get one crucial goal in that 5-minute major power play. They have a 2-goal lead. 3-1 is your score. 6:37 to go on the third period. Florida up the left side. It's Winicky for Platzer. Over the blue line for Tonge. You know you're going to get Florida's best right now as Bairden makes a save. Trying the bank shot, and Bairden is there to deny. And he'll cover up with 6:24 to go.
Yeah, and those bank shots, those are the ones that just get you back right into the game. And Florida just going to throw everything that they can here at Bairden here in the final 6:20 or so And it's up to the Icemen here to keep them to kind of the outside, keep the shots from up high to the out, nothing in the middle there, and keep Florida away from the front of the net. The problem is when you got the line out there of McCarron and Auger, those guys are tough to move. They they go right there, and it's going to be what we'll probably see here on this shift.
And Bairden makes another save, this time on Blake Winicky, who combines with that trio. They are on the ice right now. Auger with the puck. Leaving it for Winicky to the blue line where Newbury picks it off but does not clear. Winicky trying to go wide on McLeese. McLeese, great work on the back check to keep Winicky out of scoring position. McCarron holds onto it for Florida. Drop pass, forehand. Bairden is there. No rebound. Excellent positioning there from the Birdman. Getting out to the top of his crease and cutting off that angle. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the third. Jacksonville trying to even this best of 7 series. Remember, Game 5 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Well, that was a tough shot. And again, Florida getting to the middle, getting down low. There were bodies in front of Bairden. I don't know how he mapped that shot out, but he did. And another face-off coming here in the offensive zone for Florida. And again, that top and that big line remains out there.
Slap shot from the Everblades is blocked. Here come the Icemen. Possible 3-on-2 if they hustle. Fowley chips and chases instead. Behind the Everblade net, Lalonset trying to knock it free. He has it, trying to step around the defender and does. Everblades get it back, however, and they'll slide it up the right wing and out to center. It's Auger with a backhand feed for John McCarron. McCarron gets to the blue line. Cedar home, however, takes over from there, chipping it off glass at the blue line. We're going to have a high stick infraction on the Everblades. Not a penalty, just a touch of a puck with a high stick. 5:32 to go. We'll take one more break and come back for the conclusion. Jacksonville leading 3-1 over the Florida Everblades. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
5 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the third period. Jacksonville leads 3-1 in Game 4 of this best of 7 series. Harley Johnson with the call, joined by Alex Reed tonight as Florida clears in. Bairden will catch that pop-up, and a man goes down for Jacksonville after the whistle. Sticks up high, but I don't think we're going to see anything from this. And on the ice, Cameron Critchlow.
Great to see.
So good to have him back on the ice after taking a vicious hit to the head. And the Icemen need him, not just tonight, but moving forward in this series as well. We will monitor the emails and press releases from the league tomorrow to see if Michael Downing gets anything further from his hit to the head on Critchlow here in this third period.
Yeah, with the Game 5 tomorrow, they're going to have to respond quickly, make a decision quickly.
And he would be a huge loss for Florida. One of their best as Jacksonville clears the zone. It will bounce all the way to Jeremy Helbig, so no icing against Jacksonville will play on. 5:08 to go in the third period. It's Thompson wristing it in. Bairden deflects it into the corner but can't control it. Bykov for the Everblades, stood up there by Cale Detzel, who has finished off his 5-minute major for fighting. The Icemen get control of the puck and they'll toss it out to the Everblade zone. It is Finn. Lead pass for Neville. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. McLeese took him down. And a power play for the Everblades. 4:45 to go in the third. And we're starting to get to a point in the game very similar to last night, where Jacksonville has a 2-goal lead, final 5 minutes. You just want to protect the lead, but Florida closed the gap to within 1 with about 2 minutes and change last night. Certainly don't want that to happen tonight. I don't know if our hearts can take it.
No, you don't. And, just the Everblades are never out. I mean, they are a team that we talked about, a great third period. They're great late in games. They've been in these situations before, and they've come out on top. So now they got a power play. The penalty kill's been very good. Florida 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. So the Icemen's going to continue to bring over that magic they had in the regular season as the top-ranked penalty kill in the league here in this opportunity right now.
Cedar home for Woods, who slaps it the length of the ice. Helvig will leave the puck for Ben Masella. Remember, the Everblades would normally have Michael Downing out here on this power play, but he's unavailable. Game misconduct earlier this period. Florida clears into the zone. Cedarholm is first on the puck. He takes a big hit from behind. Will play on. Florida extracts the puck away. It's Justin Auger. Cross ice look for Finn, who somehow holds the puck into the zone. Turns to the right circle, tries to go wide on a man, cuts to the middle, poked away by Jacksonville, but not cleared yet. Platzer to the blue line for Finn. Cross ice, it's Masella. Snapshot, blocker saved by Bairden. Rebound into the slot, Bairden again! This time, freezing it for the face-off. 2 saves, that time on Kyle Platzer with the second attempt. 1:17 to go on this man advantage, just 4:01 to go in the third.
Well, again, another shooting barrage here from Florida. Things collapsing down low, bodies in front. And again, Bairden come up with some great saves at close range. And very poised right now and didn't leave any second chance opportunities. He got those cleanly, no rebounds. But again, the Florida power play, once it gets going, it becomes a shooting gallery.
Face-off will be to Mikhail Bairden's right. Cam Critchlow penalty killing for the Icemen. Puck squirts to an open wing. Logan Rowe just ahead of Cody Fowley, but Fowley takes the body, then dives to backhand the puck out. Tremendous effort from Fowley. 1:03 to go on the power play for Florida. It's McCarron behind his own net. John McCarron leaving it for Patrick McCarron. McCarron at his own line, dropping it for Tommy Thompson. Thompson easily over the blue line for Logan Rowe, poked away by Fowley, takes it out to center ice once more. Great shift there, shorthanded for Cody Fowley. McCarron at center ice for the Everblades. Just 40 seconds to go on this power play. Just 3:20 to go in the game. It's Tanj. Stick handling over the blue line. Cross ice, good look for McCarron. Left circle, it's Thompson, centering feed, knocked away by Jacksonville. Hustling for the puck is Randolph. Knocks it ahead for Newbury. Newbury will just softly bring it into the Everblade zone. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Excellent defense there from the Icemen as Bairden will leave the puck in the corner. He'll try and clear it himself and do so again.
I knew he was going to do it. He was going to give it a go, and he did. Got the clear almost 200 feet.
Just 3 seconds to go on the power play. Cam McLeese getting set to come out of the box. Teams are at full strength. What a great penalty kill from the Icemen as Florida gains the line, but McLeese with a steal and clear. Masella just to the right of his netminder. We'll wait and see if Helvig leaves for the bench in favor of a 6th attacker here. Masella to the left side, knocked away by Newbury. Masella gets it back and forehands into the zone. Bairden will block it there. Trying to clear it himself, but it goes off his defenseman. Man, that could have been awful dangerous there. McLeese tries to shovel it out on the forehand. Can't do it yet, but it kicks it onto his stick. Again, can't clear it out. Masella holds in. Helvig heads for the bench. Extra skater is on. Loose in the slot. Who's going to get it? It's Jacksonville. Detzel moving it into the corner, but not out of the zone yet. Bouncing puck, rolling to the line, over the line. It's Fortier at center ice, to the right for Newbury. Backhander, and he put it wide on the play. Fortier holds it in. Florida gets it back. Critchlow with a steal. Moving it towards goal. Auger kicks it into the corner. Jacksonville with some pressure trying to seal it, but the Everblades get it to center ice and clear it in. Jacksonville touches the puck with a high stick, but will play on. It's the Everblades. Bairden denies. Rebound is cleared by Critchlow. Too soft for icing. Just 1:24 to go in the game. Logan Rowe gains the line. Mingo brings it right back out. Hustling is Fowley, looking for the empty netter. Low onset on the backhand for Rabbit. Can't put it on goal. Platzer circling the back of his net, but what forechecking here from the Icemen late. Mingo at center ice, blocked by Platzer. It looks like Jacksonville has the extra skater on the ice right now. 1 minute to go. Winicky over the blue line on the left wing. Around the boards, all the way to Masella at the right point. Cross ice, it's Logan Rowe. Rowe with a wrister, blocked and cleared. This will be icing against Jacksonville. No problem as the clock stops with 42.4 to go. What defensive work there from the Icemen. The 5 men on the ice, absolutely incredible, as they look like the team that had the extra skater on the ice.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that situation, Florida really never got the puck, and just relentless pressure there by the Icemen in that situation. Now a big offensive zone draw here with 42 seconds left. The net remains empty.
I'm surprised there's no timeout here called. Now we've got a whistle. I think they're going to adjust the clock a little bit. Grant Arnold on the faceoff for Florida. 6 skaters on for them with an empty net behind them. Jacksonville trying to send this crowd into a frenzy as Fowley got a stick up high, no call. He's holding his face with his hand and he blocks a shot.
Wow.
What an effort from Cody Fowley. I don't know how he's doing it right now as Florida keeps it in the zone. 25 seconds to go in the game. Thompson for Perkovich. Lalonde set behind his net, just trying to pin it up against the wall. Squirts loose into the corner. Woods off glass and out. It will be icing again, but no problem at all. The Icemen will take it with 12.8 seconds to go. And this game is all but over. 3-1 for Jacksonville. And we are just moments away from this best-of-7 series being tied at 2. Rabbit on the face-off. Correct that. It's Chris Lalonde who will be on the draw. Remember, Game 5 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, right here at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. You do not want to miss Game 5 tomorrow. Draw to Mikhail Berdin's left. Jacksonville wins it. Mingo circles the back of the net. Off glass and out. Will it be icing again? Yes. They'll stop the clock with 4 seconds to go. This game is over. It's just a matter of the final result. Alex, what a tremendous defensive performance in this third period from the Icemen, led by their goaltender, Mikhail Berdin.
Yeah, Berdin's been fantastic, and it all goes back to the second period where he had to face 15 shots, and he stopped them all to preserve the 2-1 lead heading into the third. And Florida now out shooting the Icemen 12-9 in this period. And again, though, it's been the play of Michael Berdin, the goaltender. He's been fantastic. Game's about over.
That is it. Jacksonville has defeated the Florida Everblades 3-1 tonight. Mikhail Berdin saving 36 of 37 shots to preserve the victory. And the Icemen have evened this best-of-7 series 2 games apiece with the Florida Everblades. Alex, I'll give it to you for a couple of minutes as I head downstairs and we have our 3 stars of the game and your number 1 star with an interview with him.
Yeah, sounds great, Charlie. Thank you. And of course, a big win here for the Icemen as the series is now tied at 2 games apiece. And it was a tremendous effort here by the Icemen, despite the fact they were outshot 15-1 in that second period. But Michael Berdin came up big with the saves. And what an excellent effort here by this club. Again, very tightly contested contest. Obviously, it just felt like a 2-1 game all the way through. And, of course, the big turning point in the game in the third period was the 5-minute major that was assessed there to Downing. And that was a big play there because it gave the Icemen a 5-minute major power play in which they converted on one of those goals. So that big goal coming off the stick there of Chris Newberry, the veteran. And that makes it a 3-1 score. The Icemen buckled down. And now this series is tied, and the Icemen will have a chance on home ice tomorrow to try to take the lead in the series. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Regardless what happens, we're going to have a Game 6 down in Estero on Monday. So it's going to be a lot of fun coming up here tomorrow. Get your tickets now, folks, as the Icemen are going to be hosting Game 5 and a chance to try to take a lead in this series before heading down to Estero, Florida on Monday. So They're announcing the 3 stars right now. The number 3 star went to Cam McLeese, a goal and 2 assists here tonight, while Chris Newberry with a goal and 2 assists, including that big goal there in the 3rd period of play. And he'll toss a t-shirt over here to the fans. And Arlie Johnson's down with the number 1 star. We'll leave you in a little bit of suspense right now, but I think it's pretty obvious as we look no other than Michael Bairden. Fans love Michael Bairden here. Sent down from Manitoba, the American Hockey League this week, and he's provided a spark here for this club. We'll send it down to Arlie.
Let's take it down to ice level. Arlie is joined by Chris Newberry and Mikhail Bairden.
Mikhail, let me start with you, saving 36 of 37 shots. Amazing performance, but I know the defense and the penalty killing in front of you was also sensational. Talk about playing in front of this crowd and evening this best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece.
We're ready to go. We win every game, like deep block shots and make us saves and see what's happening later. Yeah.
We appreciate it, Mikhail. Thank you so much. Tremendous performance. And Chris, for you, a goal that really kind of sealed it at the end. We talked about it up top, almost as if when you were looking at the Florida bench after you scored the goal, it was almost like that one's for you, Critch, after taking that hit up high. And it really shows, I think, what this locker room is all about, that everybody's there to stand up for their teammates.
Yeah, we played a good game. Obviously, you never want to see anyone get hit like that, so it was big for us to get one on that power play and build for tomorrow.
How about playing in front of this crowd, 2 wins in a row against this Florida club? And again, remember, back here tomorrow night, trying to take a series lead against the Everblades.
Yeah, the crowd's amazing. Obviously, we want to finish the job tomorrow, sweep them at home, go to Florida up 3-2 and close it out there.
Well done, Noobs. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
This best of series is now tied at 2. Game 5 tomorrow night right here in Jacksonville at 7 o'clock.
There you have it, Arlie Johnson. Great interviews there. The first with Michael Bairden, and of course, got a second interview there with Chris Newberry, who scored that 3rd goal, set up the other 2 here in this game. What a game that he had. What a game Cam McLeese had there as well. That Fortier-McLeese line has been fantastic. So those are your 3 stars here in this game, and we are going to have a Game 5 right here in this building. Need everybody to come out here. This is big, folks. I know it's a quick turnaround. We didn't know until last night we were going to have a Game 5 here, but 2 amazing crowds, about 6,700 last night, and announced crowd tonight of